Well, great. Well, great. So there's just laughing over the thing going up. That's fine. It's good. It's okay. It's great. Penis. Penis, 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 penis.
I can't believe you guys would interrupt him like that.
I can't believe how immature you guys are.
Cody.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Welcome. Welcome.
Expectations.
Welcome back to Nat19, Vestige of Ophiuchus, Campaign 1, Session 56. Good gosh, we've done 56 episodes. Heckin', what do you think of that, Eric?
That's pretty cool. Penis, by the way.
There you go.
I realized what you were looking for after I said my
I didn't
thing.
even need to do
Realized you
it.
were looking for penis.
I was about to press the button, then Eric started talking, so I didn't do it.
I'm gonna eat a Dorito.
Penis.
I'm gonna Dorito my feelings.
I get that.
Okay, so we're gonna ask what happened last time, and it's gonna be a real short answer. Yo. Cody, what happened last time?
You forgot.
Yeah.
What? What?
Oh my god, you're so cute. Don't hurt yourself, oh my god!
Okay, the last time. Wait, do I have to do the Ryuji thing?
Yeah.
If you can.
How does that go again? Like, have to go like.
It's the Ryuji voice, and it's like nasally.
That's all. It's the Ryuji like this. That's
Hell
yeah.
That's how I. Okay. So we defeated Stradivarius.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is that every one of us that tries to do this lands on a completely different thing with the voice.
We defeated Stradivarius.
Using Stradivarius is such a difficult name to say in that voice.
Stradivarius. Caesar Stradivarius. We defeated him.
Oh my god.
Well, that's what happened. You're correct.
And then Logan forgot that I hit 0 hit points.
I did. That's true.
That's why I said you forgot.
I did forget, and I forgot. So Cody gets to get away with something involving his shield because I forgot when he hit 0 hit points to account for it happening.
Yay.
Because that's just the kind of boy I am. Alrighty. That is basically the long and short of what happened last time. Stradivarius and his mostly red Abishai with one black Abishai attacked the Glass Crowns tournament grounds, and you guys waged a very long resistance, and with the help of several others, including Fume and Blister, you managed to fight them off and defeat Stradivarius, who's very confident that you'll be seeing him again on account of the implied immortality of devils and such. But that said, you have no idea when he'll be back. You did not encounter the Tenebros directly during this time. Flux unfortunately lost his life during the battle, but Argo managed to bring him back with help from a diamond given to him by Fenris. He then lost a point of intelligence and then gained a point of intelligence.
It's a real roller coaster.
Yeah. And with that, I'm pretty good to A, change the music, and then B, throw you guys directly in. It is currently, getting my calendar up. It would currently be about, we'll throw you at 3 p.m. It's starting to rain relatively heavily at this point. Well, it's been raining relatively heavily, but the rain's finally starting to feel real after all of the interruptions to the weather that have been happening. Computer, why are you doing this?
Is it nice, cool rain because all the fire we've had? I'd hope. Like...
There's a thin veil of steam that is now covering everything around you as the parts of metal and remaining fires are cooled off and put out. It has a relaxing feeling to it, vaguely like you're in a sauna, but those that are wearing armor and are coated in blood, you also feel relatively uncomfortable in the humidity created by the situation. But yeah, we're picking up exactly where we left off last time. You guys have the floor. Flux is just being raised up off the ground. I didn't change the decal image, I just realized that. You guys heckin' the decal. It's still Vogan.
I like how you
It's
say it.
still
How you say that.
I know I say it wrong.
Deckle.
That's a word I choose to say
I
wrong.
I like
It's
how
adorable,
you say it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like Deckle.
Mm-hmm.
Yuckle.
Yeah.
I will have stopped crying profusely into my robot friend.
About time.
I'm only sniveling.
Good boy.
Sweet.
Wipes face, looks around. Fenris,
Cops are coming.
did you ever see what happened to the lady in the Tenebros? They went off
think
in the direction you ran, and
She'll shake her head. They ran off by the time I got there. That is concerning, though. The Tenebros kidnapping Diane like that, if you can call it that.
from what I saw, she didn't go willingly. I don't know what could be going on there, but
With Diane and the Tenebros, I'd rather not think about it too hard. Ugh.
I'm pretty sure they're working together.
Don't tell me that.
I would think that as well, but whenever I had saw her, she was busy fighting against the things that had came here as well. It looked as if he had snuck up on her through the fire. It could have been a ploy, but I doubt they would have thought anyone could see them in that situation.
Possibly. But I have strong reason to believe that they're in on this together.
Perhaps something went wrong, or something went different than one of them expected.
Probably.
Either way, I don't know how well any of us are to go after them in this situation. We need to find the lords. They had
Yeah,
disappeared earlier. Did they say where?
No, they didn't say where they were going, but I saw Vindy take the High Lord, Valder, and a few others. Yeah, they're merchant lords.
They're probably heading to the Platinum District.
Most likely. So I think we rest up. Maybe that's our first stop.
Yeah, we all seem pretty injured.
I'm fine to keep moving, but you're all
I
pretty
wish I
banged
could
up.
say the same.
He's going to be on lockdown for a while anyways. I can't imagine that it's going to be a while before this place is swarming.
No.
I have a place to stop before we take a rest, and she'll pull out the soul coins.
Okay.
That was very
You
useful.
got them.
Jeez.
Then I pulled out my soul coins.
And I pull out my coin.
You got them.
She
I
gave
had-
them to you.
Yeah. I'm not certain. Did the lady tell me how to put the souls back in the bodies?
Oh, we
believe
probably
she
hear you
told
better
you
if you
to-
weren't in your helmet, Red. Maybe I'm kidding.
Oh my god! Maybe
She
Fenris
basically
should get a
told you
helmet.
to, like, they just have to touch their bodies, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
If we're heading off to the church, that would be a good place to potentially rest as well.
That's true.
Yeah. It'll give us a chance to see what's going on outside this place, too. I want to make sure that there aren't too many casualties, and we need to know if there's more Abishai roaming the city.
I would also like some respite. One of the Abishai did something gruesome, and I'd like to at least spend some time speaking to the priest there.
Sure.
Are you okay, Quinn?
Yeah. Everything around is terrible, but I would like to have some ease.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I had a freaking
Certainly.
child corpse thrown at me earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That happened.
I fell 60 feet in the air.
Oh, that's worse.
fell
That's
120
worse than
feet.
the child corpse, yeah.
You were
How are you
120 feet
feeling?
up.
Because of a
Flex.
friend.
Yep. You fell 100 because you went on the platform.
I cannot say that I am operating at maximum capacity, but I have no complaints.
I mean, yeah, you just died.
If I can so be called. More that I was broken.
No, you died.
I suppose.
Well, without you, more of us would have been broken. So don't go breaking yourself again.
Mm-hmm.
I will do my best not to. I would not be a very good tool if I were to break on you again.
You also wouldn't be a very good friend if you were to die on us again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to start substituting tool with friend and break with death.
I am sorry. The way I think of myself seems to upset you. I will do my best to accommodate your wishes.
What
I
in
am
the
a-
world was that?
It's a car.
Oh, I am
Some
a
sort of
car.
dragon?
I thought a plane was about to crash into Izzy. I don't know who it came from, but I felt like
I think it was probably a bread set.
No, it was not. This time it wasn't me.
Actually, never mind. You give me one
It
minor
wasn't.
second here. I'm just gonna look over my
It
window.
wasn't me.
Haha. No more of that. Not that that came from me, but no more of that.
I ain't having that shit.
He looks like he's straining himself. I am a person.
Mm-hmm. And that makes you our
I am your
Philip Screwdriver.
friend.
There you go.
I am sorry, it still sounds wrong to me.
You're a living being just like the rest of us.
Fume,
I can
how's Blister
understand
doing?
your. Oh.
Fume?
Yeah.
Fume's been unconscious.
He's still out, yeah.
Oh, I thought that somebody had gotten
Blister's up.
Blister.
Blister's up.
Yeah, Blister's up.
Oh, Blister's
Argo
up
got
and
Blister
Fume's
up.
down.
Okay.
Blister,
Yeah.
how's
Fume, how's
There you go.
Blister?
Yeah, right.
I forgot. I honestly forgot she got brought back, and I just brain.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Blister,
Two
how's Fume doing?
resurrections in one fight.
Blister, as of you saying that, looks towards you, looks back up to where Fume is. By this point, you see some guards are beginning to enter the area again. It was said already that they would be sending people to try to help you, but that, given the proximity, it was probably going to be like a hot minute before anyone arrived. By this point, people are starting to arrive. Iron and Platinum Watch members in kind are both showing up, trying to find survivors among things. As this happens, Blister looks to you. I'm not sure. I'm going to go find out. And she walks off and heads up towards where Fume is.
We should collect him and make our way out.
Yeah. Maybe
We
talk
need
to
to
the
make sure
guards,
that
ask
he's
them.
taken away from all of this.
Yeah. Maybe we talk to the guards, ask them what the situation is outside.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
All right.
Stands up, arm falls off.
Oh, let me get that for you.
You need to be
That
careful.
doesn't happen.
Oh, thank you.
that would pose major problems. Warforged can't come apart that way.
Curses.
You tried it.
Don't
so-
strain yourself too much, Flex.
So just
If
to be
Blister will allow, I want to help her get him up or bring him down.
I mean, I could just throw him over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, my poor boy.
you guys go up and you find sitting or laying down, basically face down on top of a pile of corpses. Fume's body stabilized thanks to the efforts of the others that were there, but unconscious. Whenever you go there, Fogan, is your intention to go and pick them up?
Yes.
Okay. Stupid throat. You go there and you do so. You pick him up. He isn't terribly heavy for you, given the belt. But even so, he still has the bulk of a fairly muscular, large person. When you pick him up, you put him over your shoulder. You find that you really have to, like, kind of hold him as if you were holding a water barrel, as opposed to having a person slung over your shoulder. Like, your arm's kind of out to the side a bit, balancing him.
He takes up a lot of space.
Actually. Just curious, actually, because I guess I'd forgotten. Blister was unconscious as of the end of the last battle.
Oh!
She was?
Yeah. I think that they were stabilized, but Blister...
I pick up Blister
Yeah,
after
there you
making
go.
her talk.
Blister, we'll say Blister managed, since we've already gotten this far, Blister managed to...
I'll mark off a spell slot. I would have healing worded them.
Okay.
Okay.
Could you just arbitrarily roll for what that healing would have been?
Yep. Had
Just
to
in
be
case
second
it
level.
matters.
And, where are you? 2d4 plus 4.
Ooh, that was a good heal.
Thank you for healing them.
Nice.
9 points.
Okay, so Blister's...
That's nice.
Blister's pretty hurt. Whenever they're walking, they're holding their side. They have one hand like down just under their ribs on their right side, holding a wound they clearly got. They are relatively silent as things happen. Whenever they, as you guys are moving them back, they will approach Fenris. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. So if you guys want to talk to the guards, I imagine that would sequentially be the next thing that would have to happen. So,
I have a question.
yes.
If Fume is unconscious, is his hair out?
Yes.
Okay.
Bald! Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Fenris will clap her hand over her mouth. Sorry.
Bald!
Bald!
I needed to know it was very
upon
important.
Avi wanting to like say
Sorry.
something to the guard, I'll just be like,
It's rather rude.
do
of
you
me,
mind
isn't it?
taking this one? Upon Avi like saying she wants to talk to the guard, it just kind of like looks to her. Do you mind taking this one?
Sure. I don't mind.
He'll just sort of be over by where everybody else like is near the gate area.
Yeah. I'll just pat his arm and approach the guards, which is not what
As
I
it was
should do,
happening,
but
they
I'm
look
doing
like they're
it.
taking stock of what's happening. As soon as you guys turn and move towards them, a group of them moves over towards you. One of the guards. Initially, when they arrived here, their weapons were out. It looks like they took a second to take everything in, put them away, and have just started moving bodies, checking for pulses, mostly being disappointed, because anybody that was remained here by this point, unfortunately, was probably the people affected by the Circle of Death. As they see you approaching, a group of about 4 of them break off from the main group, go towards you. One moves up in front of them. Are you all right? You're the highest standard, right? And you, I know who you are. We were told about you and to come and assist you, but it looks like... I hope this is what having it handled looks like, but what's going on?
I was coming to ask you what the situation was outside of here, but what's going on? Stradivarius, the large demon who attacked, he's dead. We took care of him. Unfortunately, we couldn't help the casualties that took place beforehand.
Dead for now.
This is definitely the worst thing we've seen in a while. The overall casualties are much higher than when the drow attacked. But, from what we saw on the way here, it looks like their attacks were mostly focused on us. Well, on the merchant lords anyways. Several Abishai did try to attack the Skyward estate, but we managed to take them down. The merchant lords appeared there suddenly, moved by some magic that they told us not to be concerned about. And the guards that were present managed to, with minimal casualties, fight them off. It seems they weren't interested in the general population.
That's good. I'm glad that the merchant lords, everyone made it safe then. That's what I was concerned about. I'm glad that the people were okay.
They're currently convening in private. We were told to rush here. What I heard of what they're dealing with was the magic used to move them was apparently a bit alarming, especially to the Academy priest who moved with them. He has, by the way, requested an audience with your group in general. Rasputin has. He's currently staying at the Temple of the Four. Obviously things are chaotic, so take your time to get there, but he wants to meet with you. I think it's good. I think.
Ben's gonna start
What a
patting
coinky-dink,
Bogan's
that's where we're
arm.
going.
Look at Bogan.
We are headed that way anyway. Thank you.
Is there anything else we should be aware of?
I'll just look to the group. We saw.
Keep an eye out for the Tenebros, maybe.
The whom?
That's a good one.
He's a feminine-looking man with dark hair and a dragon tattoo along his neck and face. He's dangerous, so if you see him, don't engage, but keep an eye on him.
All right. We'll keep that in mind. He's related to all of this?
Yes.
The lady
Directly.
went after him.
We haven't seen them.
No, we
Point
haven't
to the
seen him.
north and the east sides. Those areas were affected by magic. Most bodies are going to be completely dead. If there's any survivors, they'll be in the south or west.
Thank you.
Did you
Go ahead.
No, your name. That's all I wanted.
Oh, my name? My name is Martian.
Martin. Good to know. Thank you. All right, let's head to the temple, I guess.
Stay safe, Martian.
Will
To
do.
Quinn's blessing.
As to you.
Hope you find some survivors.
And, I've seen some of your matches. I was here on the day the drow attacked, and I wanted to say, I know there's been some weird uncertainty in the city, but, thank you to you and your guild for the effort you put in. This has been a strange last chapter to a relatively peaceful 30 years. And it's certainly a dark day. Probably the most dramatic final day of any High Lord's rule here. Thank you for making sure that it didn't get more out of hand. We appreciate that.
Is this guy Iron or Platinum Watch?
This guy is, this one would be Iron Watch.
Oh.
Quinn will get a little bit of a smile. Just because he knows that he just got told off by an Iron Watch person. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like they
Sorry,
left.
didn't mean to hold you up as you were. And he turns to the other guards. All right, quick search for survivors, but it sounds like we should try to touch base with those who managed to get away. Try to take stock of who's dead. And he walks off, barking orders to the others. Whoever he is, he seems to be slightly higher ranked than the other guards around him. They resume their search. You see them moving their efforts to the areas where Miriam had directed them to.
Take care.
As
We
you-
appreciate your appreciation.
All right. as you guys leave, more guards rush by. You don't see any civilians for a while. As you leave, people have gotten as far clear of this place as you can. As you leave, you also have to pass by this large circular strip of burnt grass where the outer barrier of fire had hit down, which stretches out for about 10 feet. It just looks like it's been cleanly burned to the point where there's even a small, about quarter-inch ditch burned into the ground where the earth itself was, like, moved by the flames of the spell. Sorry. As you pass that and head towards the church, Blister would,
Sorry. I'm excited to save Tanya. So.
yeah, man.
Wow.
Blister would catch up with, Fenris as you guys are moving.
Oh.
I'm not sure what your goals are regarding Tantia at this point. I had hoped that you could have gotten more out of the lady because we suspect... Well, I suspect that she had a lot to do with what was happening.
I believe so as well.
I'm going to resume searching for her and see if I can get an answer out of Tantia. I'm very sorry.
For what?
The reason I was here today was that if the lady had put herself in a position I wanted to try to entrap her, I think that she might have been related to the attack on Tantia, and I wanted to get an answer. Even if we're not part of Iocane, Tantia and Argo will always have been ex-members of... They're important to us. But unfortunately, even during the attack, I lost sight of her and she got away.
She was certainly involved with what happened to Tantia, and with what's happened to many of the citizens here. But it seems that the Tenebros is also involved. I still don't really know how to feel about it. From what the lady told me, it sounded like this was all some ruse to bring the Tenebros out.
I'm gonna just offer you a casual correction here. There's no second N in Tenebros. The is Tenebros.
Wait, Tenebros?
Tenebros.
Tenebros.
Tenebros. Sorry.
It's killing me.
Good. No.
Hell yeah.
Tenebros?
Tenebros.
Tenebros. Oh, jeez, that's gonna be okay.
Got
Tenebros.
this.
Era of the Dying.
Do I press cast now?
Kick your ass, Cody.
I still don't know how to feel about it all, but it seems like I'll be. Oh, sorry.
Tell Fume when he wakes up.
Like, regards Fume being carried on Vogan's shoulder.
Whenever he wakes up, tell him I'm resuming my search. And I'm going to try to find a way to help Tantia. I'm going to find the lady and get whatever answers I can from her.
Well, I believe that Tantia will be fine. Actually, by beating the lady in her, in our fight, she gave me these 2 coins, and I'll pull out the soul coins again. It seems that these have the souls of Tantia and one other person that the lady's harmed on them. And we're heading over to the church right now to return them to their respective owners. If you'd like to accompany us and see what that does, the company would be greatly appreciated.
She admitted to hurting Tantia and stealing the soul of another person. Is that what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
And then returned
You also
it
know
to
that
you.
she said that she saved them.
Yeah, yes, thank you, Cody.
No problem.
Her reasoning was that if she hadn't done it, the Tenebros? Tenebros!
It's as simple as no second N. You had it right apart from no second N.
Tenebros would have taken her soul instead, and Tantia would be used and gone.
Who is the Tenebros?
Oh, that's a big question.
I have heard the name being passed around a lot, but I do not know who that is.
Evil dude.
Very evil dude. Vogan, fill her in.
Apparently he's a part of Tiamat or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
What?
My brain's all scrambled.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's a... what do they call it? A talon?
One of the Talons.
Talons.
Talons of Azarul.
Thank you, Quintus. Yep.
Further titles and terminology I'm unfamiliar with is not going to help me. Who is this person? What do they look like?
He's an
Feminine-looking
archfiend.
dude.
With a tattoo.
Strangely pretty.
Very pretty.
Tall, effeminate, dark hair, tattoo running up his neck and face.
Where's
I
Argo
want
at, by
to
the way?
kill him.
It's true.
It
Capital
depends.
T
You
trouble.
guys sort of just wandered off. Where is Argo indeed?
Because he was like, he did the
He
revival
was with
thing,
us,
and,
so
yeah. I
I
want to know if he
wasn't
was still
sure.
with us or not.
Would generally assume that he. Would you have waited for him to stay with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to
would've.
wake up Tantia.
I was gonna
hopefully.
say, wouldn't he care about us waking up Tantia? I feel like he'd be
Like
all
the
about
reason
that.
I was asking, because if he was here, Quintus would look at him and be like, he's seen him before.
There you go.
Yeah, I have. The Tenebros, based on what I've seen of him when he showed up, he's got, like they've been saying, this tribal dragon tattoo running up his neck and one side of his face, and he has 2 blades on his arms that also resemble, they have a dragon motif to them. Very well dressed. I'm not really sure what else to say. If you find them. I'm not actually sure how strong they are.
Very,
Extremely.
very.
Extremely.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
but
these
he-
chums think that he's a big deal, so be careful, but you could probably take him.
Wow.
I would
As
highly
expected.
advise
As-
against that.
As expected.
It is extremely
confidence is
probable that
much
you will die in the attempt.
I wouldn't
Oh, let
advise
us
against
know.
it, but I would say perhaps going with us to go after him. We plan on getting our revenge as well.
Yeah, we're gonna beat him up.
I want him dead.
I'll tell you this much, Blister. He seems to be the person responsible for the solace in the city, apart from Tantia and Osman.
Then that is
I can
reason
confirm.
enough to go after him. I'm going to go rest. Tell Fume to come find me.
And she, like, slings her rifle over her shoulder and walks away.
Whenever he is better, tell him to come rest. And then we'll resume hunting this Tenebros.
Alright.
Feel better.
Rest up.
I like her.
She's pretty cool.
She's gonna cast Cure Wounds on herself.
Looks at Quintus, then smiles to group.
Then she's gonna cast
Just like, I like her. It's like she's just like watched her leave, just like, Blister is amazing.
Oh.
What?
Nothing
She
at
is.
all.
What?
We all agree. Let's go.
She stopped me from getting beheaded.
Yup. Fenris. After that, Fenris is just gonna look at heckin' Aviana, give her a little smirk. Let's go.
Out of character wife. I'm kidding.
Quinn Lakes blessed her.
Alright. As you guys head towards the temple, the rain continues to pick up. The storm that had been approaching is continuing to get stronger and stronger as you guys move. The sky is turned effectively black with clouds. The streets are mostly absent between the panic of people trying to find out what's happening and either return to their homes or going to public places to get news about what's happening, or just trying to stay out of the rain. The streets are cold, mostly empty, but there's something cleansing and refreshing about it as you guys walk through the streets. You eventually come to the church, which in the darkness of the storm feels larger and more imposing than it had before. The temple building itself looks more shadowy and ominous than it had, but whenever you guys see that lights are on inside and it's being kept open to the public, and when the large doors slide open as you approach, there's a soft, warm light that escapes from inside. You see a priest, one of the clerics that works at the temple, one that you haven't met before, comes out to the front.
Hello! You should come out of the rain. It's not good out there right now. Are you in need of help? Is that man injured? Fume?
Yes.
Is Fume injured?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Not you.
Don't tell me he was involved in what happened.
Yeah.
He was instrumental in saving as many as he could.
Come in then, come on!
Speed walks in.
You guys enter into the church, which is kept mostly warm. Whenever you're in, a couple of you see there's quite a few people in here. They're taking shelter from the rain. There are academy priests that are moving about, and trying to keep people warm, trying to dry people off. A lot of towels are being passed around, small portions of food being given to people. When you come in, this mid-30s man with like slicked back brown hair who looks like he maybe just got out of bed despite the time of day. He just looks flustered and rushed and not particularly well kept. Brings you guys in, and he directs you towards a part of the infirmary where he will, unless you guys object to it, have Fume put down on a mat on the ground, because most of the beds are currently being taken up, and start tending to Fume.
I'd recognize him anywhere. It's not often we see him in here. Normally, he's the one that's carrying in his guild members.
It's surprising you recognize him with his hair out.
Well, he is a very large walking volcano, so...
That's fair.
He has many distinct qualities.
Blister and Fume are people that we know very well.
They've done much for this city, it seems.
Fenris is just pacing in the background.
Cause trouble is what they've done.
We need to go and see the Solus.
Yep.
Tantia Varia, specifically.
Yep. And
I
Osmond.
believe I may be falling for
Yeah.
you. Well, they're all where they've been. I take it due to your familiarity here. You've been here before.
Several times.
Indeed.
Well, feel free to see yourself around.
I leave. I immediately start heading over
right
there.
behind Fenris.
Yeah.
Speed walking.
Previous times you've been here, you've been escorted about. This particular time, they do not seem interested in catering to you. They seem like they're trying to give attention where it's needed, so you are released to move about the temple as you would.
Good. We were here just earlier, so just making our way right back over toward where those two would be.
Yeah, we'll know
Yep,
where
yep,
to
yep.
find him.
All right, you go to the room with the Solus. You notice a couple of the beds that previously been occupied by Solus are now empty, and there's no bodies in them, but apart from that, it seems basically unchanged.
Oh.
You ready to do this?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Go get her.
Fenrir will, like, take out the coins, and she'll... Hold on.
How do you know which one's her?
Let's put Osmond in her body.
That is such a terrible question. Do I know which... Logan.
You think
Let's
she
put
may...
They
Osmond-
look
put Osmond in Tantia's
exactly the same.
Maybe she, like, labeled them.
I look
There's
for
just
a
like a
label.
bit of like masking tape on one that says Tantia. Like,
Oh no.
no.
She'll like hold one up to and be like, Tantia? Tantia? Psst. Are you in here?
Tantia, if you're in there, you have to tell us.
I don't.
If you're a cop, you have to say.
Yeah.
I do not believe she can talk while she is
Fenris.
a coin.
No, just take them both and touch them two at the same
Yes,
time. It'll be
Logan?
fine.
Are you asking the coin out loud who is in it?
I'm whispering, but yes.
I'm yelling.
Roll me 1d4, please.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Okay. So, when you do so, you feel a brief telepathic bond form with the coin as you expend one of its uses to... Whenever you... how did you phrase the question?
Tantia, are you in this one? Hey. Hello?
As you ask that question, you get a sound back. A pained, weak voice responds in your head, just being like,
There's nobody called Tantia here.
Oh, okay, not that one. Okay. I'm gonna
Other
place. I'm not gonna
Grab
ask
that
the
one
other
from
one. I
her.
don't
Like,
wanna.
let's just give this. Let's just put Osmond away now.
Yeah.
Oh, did we just kill someone, Logan?
Oh
Of course, he's gonna be silent about this.
So
I'm gonna grab the one that she was like, not this one. I'm gonna go over toward Osmond's
I will
body.
say when you do that, you do feel the coin seems to become indescribably slightly lighter than it was a moment ago.
Rush to Osmond.
yeah, ooh, I feel like I've done something very bad.
Oh, let's see, hold on. No, yeah, it's just a creature. By the way, I will note to you, Fenris, that while you've been holding on to these coins, especially while you are inquiring of it, one of them, they make you feel sick to touch. Like, you actively feel like if you have to hold on to this, it is going to have, like, a detrimental effect on your health.
Okay, let's do this now. I can't wait any longer. I can't take it. I feel like I'm gonna barf. I miss her so much. I'll like put the coin on Tantia and wait and see if that does anything.
You take the other coin and you place it on top of Tantia's body. How do you place it there? In any particular way?
I like put it on like her clavicle, like on her chest. Not on her boobies, but on her chest.
Not on her boob. Thanks for the clarification.
Not on a boobies.
I had to specify.
When you place it on her, there is no reaction from it.
Well,
Do you have to say like a magic word or something? Do you have to like?
I do not know.
Scooch it around.
Should I break it?
I mean, no, because if she's not in it, then you're just gonna like break a coin and you're gonna kill some random person.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure one of them was Osmond and the other one was Tantia, so I think I've got that narrowed down. And my concern is how do I get her out of the
Just
coin?
over at Osmond, I'm just like, try turning it over the other way.
Yeah,
Is
flip
there
it,
a
flip the
spell?
coin. Flip the coin.
I flip it.
Why
I
you
was
thinking
thinking
Lexi and Quinn? Oh my god.
Is there a spell to use?
I was gonna suggest you could identify it.
I don't have any spell slots. I'm so tired. I'm out of magic.
I could identify it, if that would help.
Just please.
Okay.
Just identify.
You cast Identify. I'm going to share this with you specifically, Flux. Here is whenever you identify it, you learn its qualities. You learn that it is something that typically can only be possessed by an evil creature. Non-evil creatures can only hold so many of them, and if they hold too many, they will actually start acting detrimental. If you had more than... What is your con mod, Fenris? I'm just curious about exactly how close to the limit you are. Your con mod is +1? Yeah, legitimately. You don't know how you've been powering through it, but you feel like if you were to try to fight any creatures right now, you would have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws just from holding 2 of these. You would know that there's several uses for a soul coin, Flux, as you identify it. That you can... For the sake of mechanics, you know that there's an allotment of energy within a soul that amounts to 3 uses, one of which can be used to give temporary hit points, which is what you've seen the lady do. One of them can be used to ask a question of the soul contained within, which it must answer truthfully and to the best of its ability. And the soul can be freed, but there's 2 caveats. One is that you need to basically have to cast a spell on it that would break a curse, such as Remove Curse, which expends its charges, destroys the coin, and under normal circumstances would free the soul to return to wherever the soul of the dead should go. However, you would know based on what's been said to you that these coins were made so that the soul has a link back to the body, that they act as a sort of lifeline so the body doesn't die. You don't immediately know what would happen if the soul were to be freed, but given what the lady said, you could extrapolate that as long as it was within general proximity of the body, it may return. You can also free the soul by attacking and destroying or smashing the coin. I also everything else, I gave you the sheet for it, the rest of it's on there.
I knew they had to break the coin, but I was like, what if I break the coin? And she just goes, oh, back to heaven.
Tantia going to heaven. Okay.
Damn.
I'm kidding.
That was so mean. What do you think of my girlfriend, Carrie?
Don't fucking worry about it.
Heaven doesn't accept the gays.
God. I'm looking at
Thank you, but we are in fantasy world. Heaven only accepts the gays. Thanks.
Oh,
Fenris is like sitting on the cot, like sitting next to Tantia on the edge of her seat, just staring up at Flux like she can't take another second of him not talking to her.
It's like little lines of code running past his eyes. It seems as though destroying the coin should theoretically free it. And based on what you've said, it is theoretically possible that the soul would return to Tantia rather than some sort of afterlife.
Okay. Let's do that then. Let's do it. All right. She'll take the coin back. It
seems. Yeah, he'll hand it to you. It seems quite sturdy. It may take a considerable blow to.
She'll put the coin on the floor and pull out her
By the
warhammer.
way, Flux, being a neutral creature, whenever you had it, you didn't feel any ill effects from it. It did upset you, but since you are non-evil, so you do know, just for future reference, that if you had possessed too many, it would have affected you. But contextually, it didn't weigh on you as much as it's weighing on our cleric.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Time to save Tanti. Okay. Fenrir will take her warhammer. Gods, please let this work. And she'll bring it down on the hammer with the intention of breaking it.
Please roll me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, nards. Okay. Well, here I go.
Got this.
Hold on.
You got any favor?
I don't.
I feel like none of us have any.
Oh! Ew, no! What is coin DC?
You raise it, and you bring the warhammer. By the way, can I ask, where are you, like, putting it whenever you're hitting it?
On the ground in front of Tanti.
You put it on the ground, you take your warhammer, you strike down towards it. As you do, this sphere of flame erupts around it and seems to insulate it as you try to hit it. And when you strike it, you feel an impact and you feel it dig into the ground. And after this brief little flash of light from it, you take your warhammer up and you see that you have created a small hole in the ground, but the coin is now sitting in it, completely undamaged.
Okay.
Yes, as I suspected, it will take much more than that.
Okay. I don't want to take it outside in case. What if it doesn't?
Stabbing it might work.
Didn't you say the lady said that you had to touch it to her?
It didn't seem to work when I put it on her, though.
Perhaps it still needs to be in some sort of contact with her.
I didn't say anything about that specifically, but perhaps,
I'm just going by what was said last game.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, Quintus.
It's close enough to her.
I don't want to break the floor here, but I'll pick
I can
up
always
the
repair
coin.
the floor.
Oh, that is true. Put it back down. Okay, she wouldn't know what take two means, but hey, y'all, take two.
Rolled again with
Fenris is trying this
roll
again.
with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You bring the hammer up and you swing down on it again as you hit it. There's a brief flash of energy as if your Constellaquary is reacting to the evil construction of the coin. There's a large crash as you hit it. A couple of the beds they actually jitter slightly whenever you hit it. When you remove the hammer again, you have deepened the hole and not destroyed the coin. You hear movement outside. You just hear somebody being like, "What was that? What was that noise?"
Nothing. Everything is fine. I pick up the coin again.
We are trying to free a soul from a coin.
You're doing what?
I'm gonna go close the door.
Yep.
Perhaps I should take this outside on account of me possibly barfing, but also needing to break the coin.
Would you like one of us to attack the coin?
Would you allow me to try? It's not my place, but...
Okay.
My methods make less noise.
Okay. I'm just gonna be here, I suppose, and she'll sit on the edge of the bed again and hold one of Tantia's limp hands.
I'll be like, it's not my place, but I don't have disadvantage.
I mean,
If
I
the coin...
I trust you, Aviana.
Huh.
What
If the
you
coin
gonna do with that
is-
coin, girl?
If the coin is still on the ground, I'm gonna try to stab it with Fox Victoria.
roll an attack roll.
Logan, can I close the door?
You said you did, so you did.
Hell
Yeah. I put my standard in between
That was
the four
really
things
good.
to stop anyone from
A fifth. Wow.
Wow.
10. Go away!
Just you cute.
So you hit it. As you dig your weapon into it, it strikes it, and you feel like it strikes it very directly. It's very, there's no reason why it shouldn't pierce into it, but it seems to not manage to do any actual damage to it. The tip of the blade strikes it and grazes off to the side.
Might need something a lot bigger than just a weapon attack.
Flux, you would know just based on what you acquired from the information from it. Only very particular tools can destroy these or deal damage to them. Specifically, those created by the same methods that created the coin in the first place.
I could perhaps.
Yeah, I mentioned something about like hellfire weapons.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're not gonna get those.
Nope.
Oh, we might be fresh out of those.
I could perhaps stay here until after a rest, I could possibly try to dispel the curse. I know we'd be waiting a little longer, but
That sounds like the way
she's
to go,
waited this
though.
long. I
Yeah.
just don't want any complications, and no more breaking of the floor.
Yes. Allow me. I'll bend down and start grabbing chunks of floor and casting mending on it.
You slowly fix the floor. As this happens, Quintus, are you holding the door closed?
I like I said, I put my standard in the freaking door handle.
Oh my god, you're
So as I've described
extra.
before, there's a couple different entrances to this room, because it effectively was like a barracks-like long room. There's 2 doors, both at different sides of it. I will note that as you do this, you do feel the door move and jitter as somebody tries to open it, and then whenever it seems to be locked, you hear banging on it. It's like, hey, what are you doing in there? What's happening?
I look to the group, I point to the coins, and I point to like the armors. Like,
I'm gonna hold the coins again.
he's like, put them away.
Yeah, we should hide those.
And he will
hide them.
he will remove the standard.
Maybe
Oh, sorry about that. My bad. This got jammed for some reason.
As you open it, and you open the door, the figure on the other side, a different cleric, stumbles through kind of weakly. Again, it's an elderly man who seemed to have been, like, trying to bang on the door to get in. He, like, stumbles in as he had just been about to try to, like, drive his shoulder into it. He's like, what are you doing
sorry, sir.
with the
I'm so sorry.
soulless? What are you doing making all that noise?
We had just came back from battle, and as you can see, we're very heavily armored. I'm very sorry, sir.
Heavily armored, so what? Your footsteps are like thunderclaps? What were you breaking?
We
No,
dropped
but as
some
you can-
weapons.
Yes, as you can
Very
see.
clumsy group.
We're a little tired.
Tripped. I am very large.
Someone roll me deception.
Let's go!
We're all trying to deceive whom's doing it.
I ain't trying to deceive. Miriam
That's
ain't trying
true.
to deceive.
That's true.
I'm outside. I ain't inside.
I have some pretty good deception rolls.
Do I have to roll one?
I have some pretty good
my
deception
God.
rolls.
I feel like I'm good without doing that.
Yeah, you guys do he looks like he doesn't entirely understand what you're saying, but perhaps he has bigger things to worry about today, so he seems to accept the answer, look to you all, pick up on the somewhat more morose feeling in the room, and decides that if he were to antagonize you, he may be kicking somebody while they were down, so the expression on his face softens. Alright. Sorry, just try to keep it down. Anything could set them off. We don't know what they're... We don't want to trigger anything happening in here, in particular.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Yes,
sir.
we're
Agreed.
very sorry.
Quick inquiry
Apologies.
while you're here, actually. Do you know if any of the clerics here specialize in dispelling curses?
We have several career clerics that know magic like that. Most of them, though, are tending to the wounds of others. Currently.
You think we could borrow one?
Just
Really
briefly.
momentarily.
I could ask around. Certainly, and see if anybody is available to help, and if anybody's reserves of arcane energy can remain after tending to others here. At the very least, if you waited a while, then we could help you.
I'll be here.
Thank you, sir.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
He heads back off into the building to search for somebody who might be able to assist you.
Can anybody?
He will look back to the others. If we can't do anything about this right now, then we should wait for this man to come back to see if he has anyone available. And if not, we should go and speak with the one who wished our company.
He said we
Hold
could
the
wait a
rest.
while.
Yeah,
I feel like we should
maybe
rest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'll be staying here for the most part. I'll take my rest here.
No problem.
I'm just gonna ask real
I
quick.
don't feel like we should.
What are you guys doing with the coins? Like, you're...
I'm holding on to them.
Okay.
I feel like maybe someone who isn't gonna barf a whole bunch from holding them should hold them.
I feel like one person should hold one, and one
Yeah.
person could
If
hold the other. Oh god, I burped.
I'll hold
Sorry,
on.
that's
To,
very
I'll,
inappropriate.
I'll hold on to Tantia's if you don't mind. I don't.
Are you sure?
Not-
You
I
look real
don't-
queasy.
I
Oh
can.
no, I
put up
definitely mind.
if
I could hold on to one. The effects seemed quite mild to me.
Okay, and
I
Fenris will
might-
give Flux Osmond's coin. I have to insist on holding on to Tantia's, though. I know it's silly, but I don't particularly care how sick it makes me feel.
Okay, if that's what you want to do.
I'll be okay. It's just for a little bit longer.
Shall we rest then?
sure.
I don't feel like we should rest here,
Why not?
because there might be more injured people that might need the space more than we do.
That's fair.
That
Maybe
is
we
true.
head outside.
Yeah. I don't want to take up too much space.
No.
They seem to be having a very busy day.
And there are a lot of us, so yeah, we should maybe clear out.
As we turn to go, I'm just gonna lightly kind of brush Tantia's hair out of her face, just very lightly, just looking at her. All right, let's go.
But what if a cleric comes back and they are available? I feel like at
You'll
least
be
one of us
here.
should.
Yeah, you can stay.
Fenris will park herself right next to Tantia's bed.
Waiting
Cross her
for
legs.
permission to stay.
In that case, perhaps Osmond's coin should stay here as well. But I am
I'm
very
planning
large. I
on-
do not
I'm
want to.
planning on staying to talk with one of the priests, as I mentioned before, so if you would like, I can hold on to Osmond's coin.
I have
If
a
you would
feeling it
like,
might have a similar
I,
effect, Quintus.
Well, no,
I
he
can
said
hold on to
he
it.
wanted to leave Osmond's coin here, and Quintus is like, I'm staying here, so I can watch it.
I just fear you holding on to it. You might have a similar effect as what happened to me.
If you're holding on one, I can hold on to one.
If the lady was able to hold it, I might be able to.
Are you staying?
I'm staying around the area.
I'm gonna go
Just
out.
goes down the list of being
Me
like,
too.
oh, you're staying? Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
staying.
like,
Is there
what-
staying? Okay,
right
so
now-
goodbye, guys. And they're like,
right
all right,
now
so
the
let's
thing
go.
is-
Vogan's the only one that walks out.
No, dude, I was
All
like,
right,
I'm gonna
cool.
go outside. Like, yeah, I'm going
Just
outside.
Just to get everybody on the same page, right now
Bunch
the
of
thing
rude
is,
bitches.
we're gonna wait here to see if the priest comes back to do the remove curse thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the coin shoin should stay in the building in
Yes.
case that happens, and you guys
Yes.
are planning on leaving the building.
Yes.
So
Token unless
that was
you've
the
already
idea. 'Cause before we even came here, I said that I wanted to basically talk to a priest because
So,
child.
just to go down the
Yeah.
list here, from what I understand of this, Avi, Fenris, and Quintus, you are staying here.
I don't think I should, and I'm gonna kind of read the room and go. I'm just gonna walk out.
Okay, so Fenris, and Quintus, you're staying here. Everybody else, you're leaving?
Yeah, I would have been waiting outside in any case.
Yeah.
When you say outside, you mean outside the room or outside the building?
Outside the building.
Okay.
Gonna go meet Miriam.
I will hand Osmond's coin to Quintus with a warning of like I would prepare for a certain amount of unpleasantness, Master Quintus. And I'll drop it in his hand.
Gives nod.
As you guys head out, where would you guys like to go to try to rest? Assuming you're taking a short rest collectively.
Yeah.
Where would you guys like to go to try to do so?
Short rest means nothing, right?
Is there like a covered area? Like, is like the entrance to the temple kind of covered, or is there an
There's
awning
no, like-
outside or anything we can sit?
No, unfortunately there isn't.
Okay.
For
Dragon
like
dagger.
a patio area.
The Dragon Dagger?
We can-
Yeah.
Okay,
we can go to that.
you could head there relatively
yeah.
quickly, I'd say. I'm going to short rest everybody then. Heckin', so bam, short rest done. Feel free to use any hit dice that you wish to. Vogan, whenever you take your
My
rest,
no-hit
Vogan,
dice?
yeah, you find that the day is really caught up with you.
I'm
What's
so
caught up with me?
The day.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fucking just heaving. As soon as I sit down, I'm just like, I don't think I'll be able to get up.
Oh no.
As soon
That
as
was
we
me
sit.
inhaling a carrot. Sorry.
Oh my god, you're struggling today.
This is a bad day for Vogan and me.
Oh no.
Wow.
Who all used hit dice that was with me?
Me.
Me, but I'm healthy, so.
I'm fully healed.
I don't
I'm-
have any to use.
I'm not with you.
I used half my hit dice and still heavily injured.
Oh shit.
It's time for
Fenris
some-
isn't with me. Quintus isn't with
Yep.
me. So myself and Flux are the only people that benefit.
Get him.
Oh.
Don't
So, yeah, so you're using it on yourself and Flux. And Avi, did
Yeah.
you go with them?
Yeah, I'm with them, but I'm good.
Okay, yeah. You're at 64 hit points. That battle was a battle of trying to get to the enemy for you, not a battle of taking actual damage.
Yeah.
Huh.
Fucking rogues. Look at the whole party and then look at the two rogues. Like,
What? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit.
Goddamn.
I have 6 hit points.
Listen, it is our job to not get hit, and we're doing it, okay? Leave us alone.
No, take one for the team.
Nah, fuck
Yeah.
you.
as you guys, Quintus and Fenris,
Squishy will die.
as you guys stay in the room and you rest. Oh, by the way, you guys also would have. Did you guys roll your stuff just now? Yeah, okay, there it is. After about 20 to 30 minutes, it takes a while. You see the cleric that had been helping you, well, the priest rather, that was helping you before. He returns, just pokes his head into the room. He's like,
I see many of you seem to have left. I found some help. It's not exactly who I was expecting to assist you, but they'll be along in a moment. I have other things to see to. Just stay here, and I mean it. Don't go anywhere. You really don't want to.
Guys.
Couldn't move me if you tried.
and he takes off.
I walk away. Kidding.
Quintus! How are you feeling?
He nods. He's fine. I'm guessing this thing isn't very happy to hold on to, and he's already not feeling great. So he's just like, fine.
Okay. That was. Oh, sorry.
Nope, you go ahead. You go ahead.
That was quite the situation we were in.
It's a tragedy. In all aspects, yes. I haven't seen that much death since...
I can imagine.
We'll get everyone together after. We'll see what Tantia says about it when she wakes up.
Yep. I feel like she's going to be upset that she missed out on such a fight.
Hopefully she can talk some sense into those who are going off by themselves, though I can't expect too much from her.
I think she'll want to go with them.
At least then they'll have more with them.
We should probably go to... Well, we'll see how things fall together.
I
Fingers
offered.
crossed on
Hopefully
that one.
hopefully they'll wait for us. I think that when it comes to the Tenebros, we should all be at the ready.
I can't see Blister not waiting around a little bit. And then Fenris will fall uncharacteristically silent.
He'll nod and he'll just wait.
As you do. After a couple of minutes past that point, you start to hear the distant echoing footsteps. Footsteps upon the wooden floor in the hallways moving towards you. Coming closer to what? Where's that noise coming from?
That might be me. This time it is my fault, probably.
It's a monster.
Yeah, goodness.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I was just wondering where it was coming from.
Oh, okay. I think it's someone's car outside.
You're just lingering for long enough that I was like, what the heck's going on? You hear that noise coming, and somebody approaching the room. A figure enters into the doorway rather casually and slowly, and you see the finely dressed form of a man, hands clasped behind his back, a large red cloak worn around him with gold embroidery and such on it. You recognize the Academy priest, Rasputin Mortregard.
Stands up, like
jump to my
stands straight
feet.
as soon as he comes to the room.
Straightens clothing that's all crumpled and bleeding. Or bloodied.
Please, there's no need for ceremony. He takes one of his hands out and he pushes up his glasses on his face. You see that he's considerably drier than anyone else you've seen in the past little while. I had heard that you needed help, and I wanted to speak with you anyways, so... Before we get down to what I need to talk about, how can I be of assistance?
Well, we were wondering, and she'll fumble out Tantia's soul coin. Well, it's a rather complicated situation, but we have reason to believe that these two souls, gestures to Osmond and Tantia, are trapped in these coins, and we figured dispelling a curse would release them, and we have no magic, and so I was hoping you would be willing to help. And she'll give like a weak smile.
He walks forward, one foot in front of the other towards you. That's dangerous and hellish magic you're dealing with. To be straight with you, despite my position, my power mostly comes from my authority and my studies. But I do have a limited amount of power. He puts his hand out towards you. He has a very calm presence to him whenever he moves. When he puts his hand out, he has very respectful body language. You don't get the sense that he's demanding it.
I give the coin to him.
Generous letting them have this.
Gently.
I'm gonna take a break real quick to acknowledge the $600 donation we just got.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
God.
Oh my god, thank
From
you.
Why Not Alox, the same person that gave the 50 sub donation, the 50 sub drop during our Devil May Cry game. I'm just gonna acknowledge that because, whoo, thanks, goodness.
Thank you.
Acknowledge that, because why not?
Oh, wait, gee.
Rasputin just takes out his stack of bills, throws it in the air, scatters money everywhere. Dollar bill, y'all. Anyways, so you pass it to him?
Yes.
Be careful of the effects. When holding, they seem to feel strange.
I've heard of these. The recurrency that is used in the hells. And any creature that is not evil aligned, you see when he takes it, he does inspect it. He has no outward reaction to it. To even touch such an infernal material. It's revolting. But I've dealt with worse. And he walks over to where Tantia is. It is their soul that's inside?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
He puts it down, pressing it against their chest. Like his palm flat against the top of it, the other side of the coin flat against them.
Fenris is watching, like, trying to learn the technique, kind of very nosily watching, like,
He closes his eyes for a second very calmly, and you see him mutter a very brief incantation. You see the coin begins to glow with a very soft golden light that envelops it. There are many things that do not belong in the world of man. Many magics that come from both the hells and have been stolen from the gods. And it is my pleasure to return them to whence they came. He pushes his hand down, you see as he does. His hand presses down through it, and it seems to flake away. The coin seems to disperse into tiny little slivers of radiant energy that fill the room as he presses down, until his palm is laying flat against Tantia's chest. There's a very soft, momentary glow from her, and then you see Tantia, who had been breathing and whatnot previously, but without waking up, you see a sharper inhale come from them as if they were taking a breath for the first time. And then Rasputin takes his hand off of them.
It's been done?
I believe so. If this is any indication, the soul has returned to the body. These coins are effectively a curse-made material. Undoing it is actually relatively simple if you know what you're looking for.
If it is simple, sir, do you think you could do it once more?
He turns over towards you, walks to you, goes through the same process, assumedly, with taking Osmond's coin, putting it against him. Again, a radiant glow fills it. It turns into this goldenish energy that he pushes his hand down through, and it disperses. Reclaiming a soul from a soul coin is not something that's seen very often. Normally, they only exist in the hells, created from those who have made deals with demons and devils. Passed around like currency to be enjoyed or used to power their infernal weaponry. Finding one and returning it to the body from whence it came? It's actually not something I've ever seen done. So thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this.
Thank you for being a part. Thank you. Yes.
The shock of having the soul return to the body will be similar to resurrection, so they may need to rest for a while.
I can only imagine. Thank you again.
You are not as I imagined you to be.
And what did you imagine me to be?
I have only heard stories about, well, the way that magicians are, well, treated and used in magic, and to meet the head of that place, I assumed you would be much less willing to aid someone. Especially when it comes to something like this. I apologize for my thoughts.
Your presumptions are not uncommon. And certainly our organization garners a lot of hatred. But, as far as I see it, the Academy exists only to help people. We protect this world from being taken over by the forces of magic. Things that man was not meant to control. I do not seek to make the world a worse place. I would like to see it a safe place. And nobody here has done any wrong, so if there is any ire to be found from me, it would not be directed at you. However,
The one in the wrong here is the Tenebros.
I've heard that name. My Lord Morian mentioned them to me briefly, but I do not believe that I saw them.
They were in the arena today. I saw them with my own eyes.
Mhm.
They are a monster. A monster I plan on taking down.
Mhm.
You and your guild, then? I would like to speak to the lot of you. There is one among you that I have heard has been seeking my company for some time. I believe he's definitely... He's earned a meeting, to say the least, from what I've heard that you've all had to deal with. And I came to this city mostly to look over the soulless when I heard what was happening. Do not bring that shit in here. I will slap your bitch ass up.
Oh my.
If you bring that shit in here.
Well, there goes Vogan's.
I fucking heard you, and I'm not gonna deal with you here.
What did you say?
What happened?
I can't believe I'm the only person who caught that. Wow.
Yeah, no.
I didn't.
Cody,
I said I
Jesus.
came to this city, and he said to play a card game because I played you say. Ha 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 ha.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going to suplex you. Ahem. I came here to investigate the soulless. And you've already done some of my work for me. I'm nothing but grateful. I will, however, need to know why you have a hobgoblin in your midst who is wielding an idolic armament. Before I proceed with whatever it is he wants to talk to me about.
I don't understand that question.
You have a hobgoblin that wishes to meet with me and is wielding a weapon that was claimed from or transformed from an idolos.
Well, he earned it.
Well, that's fine, but I need to know why. Surely you understand the source of my curiosity here.
Oh, he's on a pilgrimage.
I believe
It's really
he can-
fantastic.
I believe he can speak for himself.
That would be best.
It's best to hear from him.
I will say, out of everyone in the highest standard, as well as Iocane and even Scabbard, every one of them are people who show themselves with the utmost decency. So, when it comes to Vogan, I trust him with my life. I don't know exactly where they went, but my guess is that we don't have our keys anymore, so they probably went back to the Dragging Dagger.
Well, if you wouldn't mind bringing them back here, I would love to speak with them. I'd rather not go out in the rain right now, and I would rather use my talents here to keep people calm and organized. And I'd like to reinforce, I'm not looking to find fault in this hobgoblin friend of yours. I'm just curious about the nature of how he came to be here and what he came to possess. The only person I've seen here who has my attention, one of them would be the lady. But as we are both outside the law here, I'm not sure there's much I could do about them. And Vindy Maxpire, who has shown they have an aptitude for magic beyond what we illegally allow others to study. But they used that magic to protect the merchant lords and myself, so I plan to be at least a little bit lenient with them. Your hobgoblin is the least of my concerns.
So then, if you would allow me to go and fetch them.
As you would. If you need my help for anything else, please ask.
I have this crick in my neck.
Okay, I'm
my
leaving.
stomach's really
All
hurting.
right, go away. Go away
Have
now.
you been sleeping for 3,000 years?
I have a broken foot.
Go away now.
10,000 years.
Go. Get out of
You're
here.
right.
Go. Go get your friends. Get out
I
of here.
I
your
look over to
shit.
Fenris to
All
see
right.
if she's going to come or if she's going to wait with Tantia.
I'm going to wait with Tantia. You assumed correctly.
I'll be back.
Okay, be safe.
He will make his way from the room. He'll give Rasputin a bow, just sir, and then he will make his way out.
After they leave, turns over towards you, Fenris. And you. You have a constelliquary.
I do.
One that has awakened.
Yo, yeah, what the fuck?
He puts his hand up towards the door that Quintus leaves through, and the door closes.
Oh, I'm in danger.
Well, but yeah.
Tell me where you got that, please.
I received it in a conflict. It was one of the items that my opponent was carrying with them. And it reacted well enough to me, so I've kept it.
And what are you...
Legally own it. Fuck you, it's ours. I'm kidding.
You're not there. What do you plan to do with it, if I may ask?
Keep it for as long as it wishes to stay with me. Continue to represent... sorry. Keep representing the people that allow me to continue using it.
We make a point of keeping a very close eye on those who encounter artifacts like that. You are a cleric of Tequin, aren't you?
I am?
I see. And you have used it to try to protect the city. And everything I've heard of you having it. You've acted in a very justified manner. Normally, possessing something like that, as well as being a magic user, would be good reason for me to say that the scholars should be placed upon you.
Fenris will keep looking at him and not reply to that.
Perhaps that's a subject for another time, though.
Perhaps so.
Yeah, Izzy, your typing is relatively noticeable.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I messaged you about it.
Sorry about that. I will address that.
I thought it fair to note that we'll be keeping an eye on you for that reason.
I can't expect anything less.
I am heavily weighing your actions in regards to what you've done for the city against protocol. Though, of course, I cannot demand your respect for that. I hope that given your group's seeming predisposition towards not liking the Academy, I hope that you consider our leniency here.
We'll try.
somebody outside just, I think I knocked over a medical tray. They should really be more careful. I'll wait for your friends to return. I'll leave you alone in the meantime. I believe that even though they may not awake for some time, you two may have some catching up to do.
Pastor Blake, again?
Wow.
I believe so. Good day.
He turns and he walks out, opening the door, closing it behind him.
Fenris will wait for a moment and then whisper to the sleeping Tantia, I don't particularly like him. And then wait for everyone else to show up.
I can still hear you.
I mean, I would have waited for him to, like, waited a hot minute for him to go before being like, I do not like him.
Quintus?
Let me go find Jack.
You return back to the others?
Yeah.
You arrive at the Dragging Dagger with Little stopping you.
Is everybody just hanging out, doing their thing?
What are y'all doing?
Preening,
Healing.
preening my feathers,
Can we get
and
a-
not talking to anybody.
Or can we get drinks at the Dragon Dagger?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
I've got like 3 fucking like big glasses of ale. That 2 of them empty. I'm on my 3rd.
Let's say just knock off 12 copper and knock off 2 silver, and then you have all the ale you want to drink here.
Cool.
I wanna have 3 big glasses of apple juice beside him.
knock off 6 silver, and you can have all the apple juice you
Oh my
want.
god.
Yeah.
I have an undrunk mug of ale, just quietly preening.
4 copper for you.
Yep.
I'm just sitting there.
500 copper for the
You get the
loiterer.
for you loiterer.
How much silver did you say, Logan?
For you, I said copper for you, and I said
Copper, sorry.
I said 8.
8.
I believe.
Cool.
I thought you said 6 silver.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was 4 copper for me and then 8 for fucking.
Expensive apple juice.
And
Organic.
and 2
Oh,
silver
an
for
ale.
Vogan. Because
What has an ale?
That'll give you a gallon of ale.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god.
What
So
has
much
an
ale.
ale?
I am injured. I am so exhausted by this point. I should have a point of exhaustion, probably. But I am.
I'm like fake brooding with you.
Aw.
Quintus
He's
arrives.
happy for the company.
I just
Yeah,
walk
man.
in. I just burst into the door. Highest standard. Nice job resting. Get back up.
Thank you, sir. Drinks ale. Salutes.
Pours it on head.
I forgot to open my mouth.
Wow.
All right, I'll get up. I like don't move. I'm getting up. I'm.
Actually, you're the one in
Going.
particular that I need, Vogan.
Oh.
He's so injured.
What do you
I just
want
had a
from me?
I just had a conversation with the Academy priest.
I get up.
There you go. Yep.
He wishes to
Is-
speak. He wishes to speak with all of us, and especially you.
Oh.
Also, good news. Osmond and Tantia will be fine. Hopefully.
Good.
That's good to hear.
Excellent.
Good.
The coin thing, they disappeared. I'm guessing that means they'll be fine.
Yeah,
He seemed like an
probably.
okay guy. Kitty, he seemed like he was okay. I don't know. Like, I know we talk sometimes about the academy.
I
Like,
strongly disagree. Sorry.
He's with the academy. You can fight me, but yeah, I'll come.
it seems
All right.
it seems as if they want to speak with all of us, and I believe that it'd be a good idea for us all to get it out of the way before we move forward with what we're planning to do for the rest of our time here.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like everybody else, like looks around at all the other people here. Everyone else as you were.
All non-highest standard members, ignore me.
Ignore me!
Yeah.
I want to get out of this city as soon as possible. Well, let's go.
Sure.
And he will turn back around.
Chug my drink and then follow at the very back
Same.
of the group.
Just glug, glug, glug.
I try to chug mine and am unable. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I pour the rest of my pint on my face.
Just splashing it real fast.
There's like a spark. There's like a spark that goes out, and then you just stand up like, I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
Or like you stand up, refreshing.
Oh, the
I can see
boy.
why you do this.
Oh, up a toot.
All right. We go to the temple.
Here we
Go
go.
back.
Yeah.
We go.
All right. You guys head back. What would you like to do once you get there?
I burst in. Academy pre! I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
No.
Head straight back to the room, probably.
Yeah, go to find Fenris probably at first, and then go to call him for us.
I'd be waiting. I'd be sitting
Hi,
there waiting.
Fenris.
I burst into the thing. Members of the highest standard.
Maybe you should rest it.
From outside,
Tantia.
from outside the room, you hear a shh.
Oh, sorry. Looks at Tantia. Conscious members of the highest standard. We have to go.
Gwen, it's like a library. You need to. It's like whisper rules. Because people are sick.
She has a point.
Whisper? What?
No, yeah.
I don't understand.
We had this discussion the first day we met. Come on.
Yeah,
Quinn.
I know. But yeah, Yozen collects Fenris if she's willing to continue to talk to the man. If
did
she wants to
talk
say
to
anything
him.
before we go and find him again, she can.
I'll go. She'll
Do you have
look a
anything to
little
say about your encounter?
hesitant. Not right now. Not where ears can hear me, boy.
Ooh.
I have things to say, but not right now. She'll give a look to Quinn, and Miriam get up and kind of give Tantia's hand a little squeeze, and then
You feel a reflexive squeeze back.
she squeezed back. Tantia, are you awake? I don't want to wake her up, but she'll like smile at that and put the hand down, pat the hand and be like, get some rest. If you can hear
Put
me.
the hand down, pat the hand.
Pat, pat, pat.
Let's
Put a note
go
on it.
already.
Right, I'm sorry.
I push past Fenris and I lean down and whisper something in Tantia's ear.
Oh! What you doing, boy?
I'm gonna use my second last spell slot to cast another healing word on Tantia.
Cast it. It won't wake them up because this isn't damage based. This is just pure exhaustion. Whenever you do so, you see they shift slightly. They'd been sleeping pretty rigidly before and staying in place, but whenever you do this, she adjusts her shoulders in the bed and leans over onto her side, puts her hand onto the pillow, and you see her let a little smile
That's
creep
what I
across her
tell her.
face.
Aww. Little smirky smirk.
Little smirk
Heck
crawls
yeah.
across her face.
Fen gets halfway to leaving the room, then turns around and just tucks Tantia into the bed, very politely but aggressively, just like, okay, there. Okay, fine, we can go. Sorry, just that last thing. Okay, let's go.
Let's go!
Okay. Okay.
I go to the guy that shushed us and I ask him to find the Academy priest.
He goes off. For the sake of brevity, he heads off to find them, comes back to you, gathers you all, ushers you towards a central chamber, and you are all effectively taken to a private study near the center of the temple that when you go into, it's a fairly nice room. You don't know if it's kept for the head of the temple or if it is specifically for the Academy priest when he visits, but there's a large fireplace that's going. You see there's effectively a small library's worth of books in here, and a circle of rather decorative chairs and with a table, a small one, like a coffee table-sized table that's between them. The chairs all being probably the most lavish ones you've seen in a while, apart from maybe Quintus. They're more like recliners. You see, walking over, carrying a recently made pot of tea and places it upon the table between all of you, you see the Rasputin, who ushers you all in, and then he sits. There's a ring of cups surrounding it. Enough for you guys plus a few people. He didn't necessarily know how many people were coming. That'll be fine. Then leave them to talk to me. The priest that's with you takes off as you are all left to be ushered in.
Hello, sir. He'll, like, bow. Like, a very, like, uncharacteristically polite bow from Vogan.
A Warforged. A Hanyo. An elf. A Shadow Fae at that. A Tiefling. A Hobgoblin. And 2 humans. What an odd group for me to be inviting in.
I don't say that.
What an odd group for me to be inviting into my presence. Please come sit.
Hopefully it becomes less odd.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to stand there, or you're going to come sit down?
Sit.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Sit
gracious.
down next to Miriam, kind of disgruntled.
Oh.
Sit down next to Vogan.
Now, before I ever even considered meeting with the lot of you, I had heard about your group from Effluus when he brought back the Apple of Amir. I heard out his story, and at the time thought very little of the group of adventurers he said he encountered. Later, once I arrived, I found that you had saved one of our own from a cult and returned them to us, and he spoke very highly of you, and corroborated some of this information you've given about the Tenebros, and the being that attacked the other day. Well, today. And then finally,
It's been a long day, I understand.
And then finally, I saw you in action today. Immediately, stepping up to try to protect the crowds. And from what I understand, you're the ones that defeated Stradivarius.
Yes.
There were others involved, but they are not here right now, yes.
Then you have more than earned my ear. I understand that you've wanted to speak with me. I am at your disposal.
The party turns to Vogan, I'm guessing.
Yup. We're all just staring at you, boy.
Yes, I've been told by my master that, well, I'm on a pilgrimage to visit all of the Eidolon temples, right?
Yeah, the various temples of the Eidolons, of the Eidolons of the Summer Sky.
Yeah. Been told to visit all of the Eidolon temples of the Summer Sky. And in order to do so, I to visit them.
You want to go on the pilgrimage of the Four. A hobgoblin wants to go on the pilgrimage of the Four. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Attention.
Normally,
that is why I wanted to speak with you.
the pilgrimage of the Four is usually something that we send various wardens from the academy or for clerics or what have you.
Hello.
Oh,
Did
hello?
he die?
Hello? Can you guys not hear me?
Logan?
Oh, no, look, okay.
God's dead!
Yo, can you hear
I
me?
thought I died.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, that was weird.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said? Or
Yes, I heard what you said. I was actually talking, and I thought you could hear me, and then you're like, hello, and I'm
no.
like, hello, yes,
I just kept going because I was like, is he still waiting on me? Oh, no.
No, my bad. Technology, am I right? The Pilgrimage of the Four is something that normally we send wardens from the Academy or high-ranking clerics or paladins on in times of great need. It is seen as a ritual that helps to connect the mortal man to the Eidolons and seek their guidance. And it hasn't been completed since long before my time. I can open up the avenues you would have to go down to take on such a pilgrimage. Though, the last step of it, if you were to visit the various temples, would be to find the Temple of Amir, which is not something that remains in one place. I could direct you to the other temples, and I could tell my representatives nearby to guide you and tell you what you must do to reach them. As well, I could tell you the rituals and incantations that you would need to open the innermost chamber, where you would have to enter and meditate and find some connection with the Eidolons within. But when the time comes, if you wish to pursue this, whenever you get to the point where you have to find the Temple of Amir, I'm afraid that's not something I can help with. That is something that will have to become apparent to you if Amir decides to reveal themselves to you. Normally, I would discourage people from trying to do this. That is where most pilgrimages end. However, you have something that basically nobody in history has had. In that, according to Effluus, you have already been contacted by Amir and directly spoken to him.
And I got this this Drake hide from them, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I've also been given this by Amir.
He holds up his the mantle.
But yeah.
Then maybe you could make it there. Maybe Amir recognizes you for some reason. And it would not be my place to try to slow you down. I will prepare the information you need. I will get documentation ready for you to take with you that describes where you need to go. The Temple of Tequin, that is to say the true Temple of Tequin, is not located where you look to where Fenris is. It is not located where they may tell you. The one in the Itonian capital is a safer place where people go to worship. The true Temple of Tequin is near the Itonian capital, but is a bit more treacherous to reach. Vestius' temple as well is located far up in the volcanic mountains of Grey Rock. The Temple of Haros, that one would likely be the easiest, but you would need to speak with the clan that manages it in the land away. And then the Temple of Amir, as I said. It will be up to you to find your way there. Complete these pilgrimages. Get to each one. Open the innermost chambers. And commune with the Eidolons. After you do that at all four, and they leave their mark on you, return to the Temple of the Summer Sky, the true one, the one where I reside. And the final part of your pilgrimage will be to seek out the inner chamber where communication with the Eidolons in ancient times was facilitated from. And with that, your pilgrimage will be over, ending where it technically should begin, even though we're doing this remotely. I trust. I do not know why you're doing this, but I trust that you have something you want to find. And I hope that over the course of this pilgrimage, by that point, you will have found it. If you don't, then surely it will have been beyond your reach.
Right. He'll look down at that, like, look at the ground.
Thank you, High Priest.
Luckily, you have him, he references to Quintus, which gives you a direct line to the members of the Lions Council. I do not know the exact name of who leads the clan of Black Dragonborn who protects it, but one of them sits on the Lions Council. If you can speak to them, they can talk to you about getting into that temple. And, though the Shadow Fae here will have no idea, I'm sure, where the true Temple of Tequin is, the head priest who runs that temple, who I'm sure that you know, they will have some idea. So, I will send some kind of proof that you can speak to them, that you've talked to me, and they will guide you as far as you need to go. As for the Temple of Vestius, its exact location is not something I am completely familiar with. The mountains out there have not been mapped. However, if you seek out the Temple of the Four, one of the ones that resides within the city of Steel, the capital of Grey Rock, then the priest there will also direct you.
Sounds great.
You may do them in any order. Just know that Amir will be the last.
Right. And then after that, I go back to the temple where you reside.
Return to me. Near Port Redwalk.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate you making time for someone like me. I know my people have done horrible things, but I hope I can get into your good graces.
A pilgrimage of the Four has a way of weeding out those with ill intentions. If you manage to succeed, it's not my approval that you will ever have needed to earn. And if you fail, I imagine I will never see you again. The worth of your character will be tested based on that.
Right.
Where did you get that sword?
He'll look at his body. I don't know, sword. No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Talking about Big.
Mm-hmm.
I know Big. I defeated the
What was its name again?
Big.
Orbis.
Or yes.
Yes, that one.
I defeated Orbis Maharaga. And I guess it respected me, so it formed into a sword. Which came into my possession.
As the Academy priest, one of the things I have a great knowledge about is the various idolos that were supposed to have existed across the centuries. I'm familiar with Orbis Maharaga. It is an idolos of Vestius, if I recall. Which means you have been blessed by a servant of a truly chaotic eidolon. One that serves to remind us of the dangers of magic. Be wary of that. Always question your own motives and fortune. Make sure that, at all times, you are acting because it is what you want and that your intentions are pure. And do not be led astray by Vestius.
Right.
Well, he's got nothing to look at. He can't look at his mask.
Oh, goes cross-eyed trying.
Yeah.
Sir, I will never have another chance to ask, and I feel now is the perfect time. As one who leads the academy, I want to ask, I've seen magic do some terrible things, but mostly I've seen it do great things. What is the danger?
The Academy was formed by the dread Emperor Neromus shortly before the once unified Empire of Retia, of our entire continent, which... Are you familiar with the history of the lands beyond Retia?
There have been stories and other teachings throughout my life, but I feel as if might have neglected my studies.
The Simonian Empire was once united. All races under the same banner. The three great continents that we now refer to as Cohulis, the Strikelands, and Retia were just separate parts of Somnus Domina, which we now refer to as the known world. Everything was stable, as far as history tells us. Until the divergent Emperor Neromus was born, and a prophet appeared before him, told a prophecy that magic, that the arcane ways and those who abused the weave, would one day tear apart the Empire and throw us into an age of endless war. This was brushed off at first. But when Neromus eventually took the throne, he started to become obsessed, driven mad by the prophecy. Everywhere he looked, he saw the arcane foundation of the world, and how magic was used to guide our everyday lives, and started to become aware that if it were turned on its head, and if the wizards, court sorcerers, archmages decided to take over, it would be easy for them. And knowing legends of items like the Constellaquaries, he deemed it prudent to take countermeasures. During his lifetime, he employed resources the likes of which the modern world has not seen to construct the Academy, to make use of an existing miraculous island with anti-magic capabilities, a place where magic can't happen, where the weave is cut and severed. He constructed towers there to house the various arcane traditions, and wanted to create a place where magic users could be held. And then he established the Academy's rule, and appointed the first Academy priest, declaring that they were above all law except for his own. As things went on, he went on a tirade sealing away magical items, the Constellaquaries, placing them within vaults, trying to hide ancient magics, and trying to obscure legends that had been commonplace once but now are unknown to most man. And then he was assassinated, deemed insane, persecuting those with magic. After inventing the scholar, he was killed. There are many stories about how it happened. And after he died, in the chaos and unrest that he had left, his empire fell, and it split apart, controlled by those who wanted to take it over. The Retian royal family believed that they had a claim to the throne, and so they wanted to start the Retian Empire. But those of Cohulis, the Elven dynasties, believed that the ways of Lord Neromus were unwise, and that magic should be embraced, and so Cohulis became its own entity. The Strikelands were abandoned and unwanted, and Retia formed from the ashes of those industrial races who wanted to push forward and seek a world outside of magic. Now, this may seem as if a maddened emperor had been wrong, but The fact of the matter is, it was prophesied that the ways of magic would bring about the end of the Empire, and then later the world. And, though it is definitely by his own hand, it is the arcane arts that spurned him on to cause the actions that separated the Empire. The Academy persisted. And as we are above all law except that of the now non-existent Emperor, the royal family of Retia allows us in the Academy to act as our own entity. We are beholden to no laws. We do what we see fit. Only the royal family may question our judgment, and even then, unless they turn a blade to us, we are outside their jurisdiction. We do not believe that magic will end the world, but we do believe in caution, and ensuring that a reasonable level is kept, where it will not rise up, where there's never a threat of the magic users of the world deciding to take over. And you have seen it do great things, and I respect that. But we have many stories of mages who have turned on their kind, who have committed atrocities in the name of advancing their experiments into the weave, of seeking godhood, of necromancers and liches. For all the great good that has been done through it, there is great evil, and we seek to find the balance. Which is a long way to say, we are concerned for balance. And that is it.
It is good to note how you think of them specifically as the one who is its head. So thank you for allowing me that question.
Is there anything the rest of you would request of or ask of me? Certainly this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for the Academy priest to be meeting with such people.
Twice in a lifetime. We're going to be seeing you whenever Vogan's done, are we not?
That's true.
Indeed.
Looks over toward Vogan.
Yeah.
He will have at some point offered you all tea, by the way. Even though it wasn't out loud, he will have gestured to. If you wanted to drink any, you could.
Yes. Avi
I will
took
drink
the
some.
tea.
Thank you. Absolutely
Sounds lovely.
not.
Vogan has
Splashes
never
on
drunk
face.
tea before, but he feels like he has to.
You didn't have tea when we were at Avi's? Oh.
I gave you tea, boy.
I don't think he drank it.
Oh, you
Wow.
bitch! Oh my god!
I'm just imagining.
Never
I'm just
thought I saw
imagining
a ship
Vogan.
sink.
I'm just imagining Vogan having downed those 3 ales, and then he's like looking at the tea like,
Bleh.
Bleh.
I would also remind you, the Academy is only interested in those who use magic as a way to exploit others. We only care about it when it reaches the point of directly interfering with the border between life and death. The ability to jump across an entire continent at will and appear in any location, for example, the kind of thing that might be used to invade a royal throne room and quickly put an end to one of the High Lords. Those who can revive those who have been dead for 100 years. Those who can, with their mind, erase a person, body and soul, from this world or trap it in another object. Magic on that level is what we are concerned with. That and, of course, any who prove themselves to be criminal. I will not say that you should not think harshly of us. But our resolution is just that. It is dogmatic, it is certain, because if we wield absolute authority, we need to at least be consistent.
and currently you see no problem with us?
As things are, no. You possess constellar queries, but Your constelliquary is in the hands of one who serves Tequin. And you are fighting beside one who wishes to go on the pilgrimage of the Four. I've also seen you defend a city from one of the Grand Abishai. I have no reason to trust you. Laws are one thing, but I do have my own eyes.
Thank you very much. I will do everything in my power to not betray that trust. I think we are all very weary, however. It doesn't seem like anyone else has any other questions.
No.
If there is anything you need of us, while you're here in the city or otherwise, sir, be sure to bring it up with the highest standard.
Well, the election is tomorrow. I've not yet decided if I will oversee that. I may take the day to help those in need here in the city, but after the election, I plan to investigate and question Vindi Maxpire regarding their abilities that they have so recently shown. Not much is known about Vindi. They've served the city a long time, so I believe I'll let them speak for themselves rather than jumping to conclusions. But out of respect for the, he, pushes his glasses up. Tumultuous situation regarding the election, as I'm sure you're all aware of. I've decided to allow them to have a voice in it. And then we'll pursue that. After that, I will deliver to you what I owe you, Vogan. And then I will head back to the Temple of the Summer Sky.
They will still be having the election. Even missing one of their group?
They have to.
If
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
If stealing or assassinating one of the people voting was enough to stop an election, then any tyrant could keep themselves in power indefinitely. I believe it is High Lord Morian's intention to push things through now more than ever, so that the continued attempts to subvert the election's integrity will come to an end, so that the affair will end one way or another. And if I know High Lord Morian, which I unfortunately do, he probably has some theatrics in mind to ensure that it goes in a way he considers to be fair.
Oh boy.
Aviana smirks.
When you were taken away from that place and brought back with all the other High Lords.
Merchant Lords,
my bad. Blech. You did not see Diane, did you?
No, they were not among us. Or maybe they were and I did not notice them. Last time I was around here, the High Lord now you got me doing it. The Merchant Lord who stood for them was Edrigan Bermont. I believe Diane is the second in command of their company and has taken their place, but I never met them directly. So, maybe they were among us and I didn't notice.
When I saw them earlier, they were in contact with the Tenebros. I do not know to what end, and I will keep my own feelings of this woman to myself. But tomorrow will be interesting, sir. I hope that everything goes smoothly, but if there's any way you can provide any other sort of protection or know anyone who can, it might be needed. We will also be there from what I understand, I believe.
The wardens that I brought with me will remain with me. In the same way that the royal family does not directly involve themselves in the elections and affairs of the various High Lords, the Academy does not as well. Otherwise, we may be misinterpreted as trying to control the political landscape of Retia. We are only
As long
concerned with
as you
our
are
own
protected,
affairs.
That is all. That is all I would need.
I will be fine. I promise you that. Thank you for your concern.
Standard. Anything else?
Nothing from me.
I can't think of anything.
I do not believe so.
Thank you for the tea, sir.
Raises a cup. He's been like holding a saucer and with a cup like over it, and just takes a drink from it. Raises it to you as you go to leave. He sets it down, walks ahead of you, and opens the door ahead of the lot of you as you go to leave.
Thank you, sir.
And of course, it goes without saying, thank you for assisting Effluus when you found him in the situation you did. He described his efforts as a bit more heroic than I assumed they were. I imagine he got
tackled a tree.
I imagine he got
They were
himself
very
into
heroic.
trouble and you helped him out, and I thank you, even though he definitely left that out of the story that he delivered to us.
Did he leave? He left the tackling the tree out?
He was
the best
very
part.
brave,
According to him, he was the last to arrive and found a group of heroes that were imprisoned by the townsfolk that he helped to break free and laid siege. And given what I know of him, I have a distinct feeling that there may be a partial truth to that. But I trust that there may have been more initiative on the other side than he'd lead us to believe.
He called us heroes.
I like that part. That part's accurate.
I may be falling for you.
Still, he's
He's a
a
good
great
guy.
representative of your church.
Fenris, you remember the tree, right? You were right beside.
Yeah?
How could someone leave that out?
It's Effluus. With all due respect.
We'll be out of you here.
Yep.
He'll go to leave.
We've taken up enough of your time. Thank you, sir. And just gonna bow.
Vogan bows
The
with
biggest
her.
thing I
Yeah.
ever did. I think I could do that again if I tried.
You all head out, and he closes the door behind you and returns to his own affairs as you are released back into the temple.
Because the mechanics say I can't.
Oh my god.
My gods.
Logan.
Yes.
I tried to write down some notes about the pilgrimage stuff, but I missed some info.
Is it the locations of all of the temples? Because I would also like that.
I know where
have
some of the locations
some of
are,
them.
but some of them I missed. Which temple was located in the land away?
That is the Temple of Haros. Which
Don't worry, I know who they're talking
You know.
about. I get you.
just to go over it quickly and just for your own benefit. There is a clan of Black Dragonborn that have looked after that temple. They're the ones that you would need to talk to about getting into that. It is located in the land away, but it is located off in like the wilderness in the land away. The Temple of Vestige is located in Grey Rock. You've been told to seek out a representative of at the Church of the Summer Sky in the City of Steel, which is the capital of Grey Rock.
Okay, give me just a sec.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a whole lot.
And he was talking about Demanister, right?
I believe so. I'm not gonna say yes off the top of my head because I haven't thought about the land away in a hot minute. 1 second.
Bam.
Gotcha.
Heckin'.
Sorry, once you're done looking up that thing.
I will look this up for heckin' your benefit. Lion.
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 Roar!
My notes say Rickard Demanister. So I'm sure.
Yes,
Oh,
Rickard
all I know-
Dymanister is he is part of that clan. He represents them on the Lions Council.
Gotcha.
So Temple of Vestige, it's located in Grey Rock. I have to talk to the head priest of which temple?
Of a temple of the Summer Sky
Oh,
in the
sorry,
City of Steel.
okay.
You know that that temple is located somewhere in a volcano, effectively, in the mountain ranges in Grey Rock, but you don't know exactly where. You have been told previously, though, that there are fire giants that keep it safe and hold the area. You found that out from the Esper, so that is worth considering. And the last one that you know of is the Temple of Tequin. The exact...
I know both me and Lexi know the person you need to talk to.
It's true. The exact location of the Temple of Tequin, most people believe it to be the temple where Fenris and Lexi came from. You have been informed that is not actually the ancient Temple of Tequin. That is not where you need to go.
Would that be the news for me and Lexi?
I was gonna talk to you about it after, so yeah, fucking you're fine.
You know that it's the main Temple of Tequin in regards to, like, the political landscape and, like, people go there to worship him. But in regards to, like... There's a notable difference, and it would make some sense to you that it's not the Temple of Tequin, like not the ancient one where like ancient worship of the Eidolons would have happened. You wouldn't know that, but I can't imagine it would be a massive shock to you, especially if the temple was off somewhere dangerous and they wanted to have more public access to it. It's very likely they just built a secondary one.
I dig.
That one is, you don't know exactly where it's located, but you can find out from the priest who runs the Temple of Tequin near the Itonian capital. That priest being named Kevzafir. They know him.
Yeah, he's the guy who took us in and gave us sanctuary. He's awesome.
true!
How do you spell that?
It's K-E-Z-A...
K-E-V-Z.
Wow, I really thought I had it for a sec.
K-E-V-Z A-P-H-I-R.
Cool.
Kevzafir. Kevzafir Avigator.
Wow.
Like alligator, but like Avigator?
Hell yeah.
A-H-V...
Oh, man,
I...
that's delightful.
Gator.
Gator.
G-A-T-O-R.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then the Temple of Amir, you have no idea. This is the path will open to you if you are worthy situation.
Yeah.
I was told it was in
Back
like
of the tree.
Like the big forest, like
Yeah.
I can't remember its name.
The general information you've been given is that it's kind of everywhere in nature. It's wherever it needs to be. It's been known to show up in the cat moss. But most people never see it. Amir has to effectively welcome you to it and guide you to it to reach it.
Vogan, if it shows up in a swamp, me and Kitty got you.
You know,
Wow.
it's been vaguely explained to you before that Amir effectively represents nature and the natural order. As such, any place that is flush with life and resplendent with like natural glory kind of already is his temple. So his temple is wherever it needs to be.
Gotcha. I'm not gonna find it in the city though.
That's true.
Oh. Makes sense.
Okay.
And
then once I have visited all of the temples, I have to visit the Academy Priest at the Temple of Summer Sky?
Yes, the one near Fort Redwalk, which is... It's in this country. It is to the north.
Gotcha. At the what fort? Sorry?
Port Redwalk.
Sorry, okay.
It's like near there. It's not... It's close enough to that. It's not exactly there. But,
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Alright, thank you.
That's
We
a
did it.
lot.
you did it. Session 56, step 2 done.
God
I'm finally on my quest.
Sure, boy.
With that, and with you guys
Wow.
taking off from there, I think that we should take a quick break.
Hey.
Hi, I'd like to get this election over with, please.
I'm gonna lay down on the
Okay. Oh my
Be
boy.
well. Don't strain yourself.
I'm good. Shut up.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, like, I don't fucking believe you. Go lay down. Shut up. Go lay down.
I'll kick your ass.
I will be right back.
Do it.
I'll be right back, too.
and eat my last piece of toast.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn. That
Damn.
guy.
That
Cool girl.
bro. I wasn't paying attention to a lot of like the fucking the big ol' fucking speech he did about like the history of the academy and whatnot. I was mostly writing the notes. So the notes for my pilgrim stuff.
Ooh, I was in it. I didn't take notes for that. I'm like, I'm just gonna go back and listen to that again and take like more elaborate notes because I'm not gonna keep up.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna sit up.
Oh no.
Did it hurt more to lay down?
It hurt more to lay down.
Aw, bud.
I'm good.
What a bad time.
Again, I'm pretty sure it's just healing, and that's why I'm hurting.
I think the worst is when it's like it sucks in the in between. So like lying down is okay, sitting up is okay, but the journey to either is fucking miserable.
It was literally like I went to lay down, and I'm just like, nope, and I sat back up.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. You're feeling so shitty, honey.
It's fine. I haven't been feeling too shitty the past couple of days since everything happened, but like today has just been rough.
Let me bring up Chad. How you doing, Chad? What's up?
Hi,
Chad.
I go here.
Well,
Hi,
I accidentally muted myself.
God's better
Y'all
lock
wanna
the doors,
kill?
because Vogan is coming for his money.
God's better be fucking ready.
Man, boy, oh boy, was that absolutely stressful.
It's fine.
Dude, I was so happy that he wasn't like, oh, bitch, you also have a Constellaquary. I'd be like, oh
yeah, I was fucking ready to
hi.
like push the shield behind the chair, like.
Yeah, I was like, hi.
Nothing.
I'm a demon. I have a Constellaquary. Nice to meet you.
So what happened to her? I don't know what you mean. You saw? You were there?
Just put a curtain over Kitty.
Unless you mean like. No, I don't know what you mean.
What are you talking about?
There's a broad spectrum of happened.
Yeah.
You mean in the
whenever
past
I
when I
was
was 6?
So
whenever I
what
was sitting there
happened?
having just left like bread, or like having just left Fenris in the room, and he's just all of a sudden like, "Where did you get that Constellaquary?" I'm like, "We fucking own that. That's my family's, and I gave it to her."
Here's the that's why Fenris didn't bring that up. She didn't want him to be like, okay, let me rephrase. Knight, come back. Why'd you give this to her? What's wrong with you?
Y'all
I
gotta check
do
out
what
the
I
fan
want
art
with
chat.
my stuff.
Oh shit, let me go.
Y'all have to check out fan art.
Let's go.
Ours are some, let's see here.
That's so excellent.
I'm guessing from the play a card game thing.
Yeah. I will suplex you.
Oh my god.
Fucking
Where's
worth it?
You all got injured in our fight last session. It was a big boss.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, someone was asking what happened. I was like, boss fight.
Big old boss fight.
Mm-hmm. And now we're all like,
And now I want to die.
Also, to clarify, I didn't break my foot walking across the stage. I connected with. I was running, or well, I was like doing. They're called jazz runs, and I ran into a set piece.
It just happened to be on a stage, and the set piece happened to be air.
No, it was not.
It's
I
okay.
didn't break.
I've
I didn't break
definitely
Cody's rib.
damaged
I
myself
fractured his
severely
kneecap.
falling.
Yeah, my ribs are fine.
Oh,
Yes.
You mean like our actual people's? Well, heckin', I don't. Yeah, bread damaged herself because bread is prone to damaging herself.
Hey,
Tell me I'm wrong. Where's the incorrect information here?
look, just because I was in a neck brace last year doesn't mean shit.
I'm just saying. It's been a hot minute since I've been in a neck brace. Let me check. Last time was never.
Listen.
She's got a point.
Aaron's coming to play
You
today.
know, I plead the fifth. You guys are stinky.
And Deco damages themselves on a mildly less frequent scale, but on a fairly still more frequent scale than most of us.
Yo, real quick, just since
Yeah.
we're on break anyways, and we have a minute, I'm gonna do the raffle now, because
Hey.
the timer
why
ended.
not?
And there'll be more people here because most people always end up having gold bed.
Heckin',
Woo!
No new entries. Might as well do it.
yeah.
Are you fucking ready?
Alrighty.
No.
So you guys know the rules. Now we have of over 600 subs currently, which is we're definitely at like our record highest amount. Thanks, guys. So we're gonna give out 6 copies. This is going to be for the Way of the Drifting Echoes Bard, which hasn't ever shown up in any of our games, but it's a thing I made.
That's what my teacher does.
Mm-hmm. Ba-boom. Tusker 2-0. Locust the Focus. Tropic Storm. Ace Asuno.
Locust is here.
Maru Serukun. And Pagan Crusader. If you guys follow the instructions, respond by the end of the session, we'll check back in on these once we're done. And anyone who has not responded by then,
Pagan's
we will pick a new person.
Maru Saru's here.
Tropic and Ace do not appear to be here.
In a bake.
Welcome back. Actually, no, we'll give it like 10 seconds and repick those ones as well.
Hell yeah.
Alright, gonna repick those ones. Sorry, guys.
Calling out. All right, you lost for this time.
Pick winner. Burnmaster 22. And Saiyan Blitz.
Well, I literally just saw Birdmaster congratulating someone else, so they're here. And I'm pretty sure Saiyans here. Saiyans usually here.
And bam.
There.
Okay, I'll send that stuff out to you guys later. Follow the instructions. Do your thing.
Hooray!
We're not looking for a massively long game today, so this might be a very much like last quarter kind of break.
Oh, heck.
Cool.
Look at
Kind
Vogue.
of see where we're going.
Figuring out what we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Kill Vogan.
Yeah.
Kill Vogan.
Kill Vogan.
Kill
Logan,
Vogan.
Tantia
I
hasn't
gotta
woken
stab
up.
Vogan, you know, just give him a little stab.
Just give him a little stab.
Yeah, give him a love stab.
A love stab. Heck yeah.
Love stab,
Small.
baby,
We
love
don't-
stab.
yeah. We don't love you enough to go on this
baby,
whole
love
thing
stab.
that you want to go on. So
Yeah,
just
they like
stab.
they told
You guys
they
leave
told us
here
what
and
we
you
had to
just like,
do.
you guys are walking out and fucking
mean-
Flux is just like, Master Vogan, this all just sounds so hard.
Stab.
And we have to see that guy again, which is a big fat no for me. I don't want to see this dude again. Look at this guy. No thanks. So sorry.
No thanks.
Sorry.
Well, heck.
He made me
guess I'll just-
uncomfortable one time, so.
He asked me where I got my god artifact, and I don't appreciate him
After
snooping.
saving my girlfriend.
And I don't appreciate him
here,
being
man.
a snoop.
Well, no, it was also
Snitches
like.
get stitches.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
Damn right.
It's also being like, why do you have a hobgoblin? And she's like, what?
That's a legitimate question, my dude.
That is an absolutely legitimate question. Everything he said is absolutely
I
understandable.
don't like the way he said hobgoblin.
I don't blame this dude at all.
I'm sure it makes Fenris just doesn't agree with it.
I
That's
get
her.
Oh, Zakanoid, thank you very
trying
much.
to take my gut magic. He's gonna trying to take my weapons.
If you guys have questions,
I'm
for
gl-
Fenris,
I'm-
How dare he
so
ask
glad I got to
kindly where I got this god weapon when his job is to
Right.
prevent people from abusing god weapons?
I'm so
Where
glad
does
that
he
I
get
got
off?
to him?
Who
like-
became the rat?
The only thing that Quinn has known about the academy has come from like talking with Kitty every now and then. So like, I'm glad that he got to talk to him.
Man, nothing's black and white. Different people will see it different ways.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
On the upside, they don't know about my Constelliquary, apparently.
Well,
Yeah.
yours just
Hell
looks
yeah.
like armor.
Yep, mine's
Like,
very sneaky.
Fenris has a big old heckin' crazy warhammer that she used a bunch in front of Rasputin.
true.
Yup. You just look like you have pretty armor.
I just imagined as soon as they started talking about like the Idolo stuff, like you just look over at Lexi and fucking at Lexi and Quinn, just like she puts her arm behind her back. I just put my shield under the chair.
They're like,
Subtle.
Has a lot to do with
same with the fucking and 2 humans.
unconsciously pushes down her invisible ears.
Right, I
As,
don't know
like-
what you're talking about.
As she said, as he's like, and 2 humans, we just like they both just look at each other. Lexi, he doesn't know.
What should we do? Should we cheese it? No, that'd be too suspicious. We should stay.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Be suspicious.
Don't
Yeah,
be
it's just
suspicious.
like, no, man.
And 2 humans, and just like zoom in on Lexi's face, fucking this like goddamn like inner head reverb, just like,
Oh no, he knows what I am. He's trying to lead us into some kind of trap. I have to get at him first. I have to get out of here before he springs his trap on me.
and it's just your stone face during the whole time, and there's like 10 seconds of silence, then just throw smoke bomb, runs away.
Dude, she was just like cross-eyed in her own head the entire time he was talking about this and came out of it like, thank you for all the information about my pilgrimage, sir. Like, so, what? Where did that go just then?
It's just like by the time you're out of it, you're being taken out of the room.
Where have I been? Where have I been? And how can I get back?
Find out how to get Sadria.
It just fucking zooms out. It's like, all right, come back again if you need anything. Huh?
What? What happened?
Where did I get this tea?
Oh.
Have I been drinking it?
God damn it.
Can he not sense it? No, he can't sense anything. He's just a dude.
Yeah.
He's just a dude. Also,
Not
that is like incredibly
Kid
accurate.
Sadria or like
I was gonna post it
evil,
in the call
like
chat.
from fucking hell or some shit.
Wow.
Meant to-
Depriving me of fucking gift. I can't believe you.
Rude.
It's really fucking
hold on.
rude.
It's not like he's our like
There we go.
that friend that we found. That can know
Yeah.
everything about us just by looking at us.
Well, that guy is not just a dude, is the main difference.
Oh no, I thought you said he was just a dude.
I mean, no, he says he's just a dude. I'm not saying anything.
Fucking Matt.
I want to
you
fucking
seem
interrogate that little
foxy.
bitch and be like, what do you actually know about me? What do you mean
Huh?
everyone
Huh?
knows everything there is to know? Huh? You want to fucking go?
I have secrets.
I have secrets. I'll fucking kill you.
All right, my guys, is everybody back?
My secret is
Yeah.
that I'm a murderer.
I feel like he would just look at her and be like, it's obvious that you have a crush on Rory. Bye!
Alrighty. So that question was going to tail into, so we should jump back in and
Yep.
Alrighty. Coolio. It's okay. Just heckin', stuff. Let's jump back in. Here we go. Back in we go. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-da-da. Title card. Vestige of Ophiuchus. Okay. You guys are let out. I'd say by this point in the day, with all the back and forth you guys have done, about 3 or 4 hours will have passed. So it's probably getting on to about 7 p.m.-ish at this point. It's getting darker, but it's not like it's incredibly easy to tell, given the thick storm clouds overhead. You've occasionally heard thunder off in the distance at this point. The city is pretty drenched. It's as if all of the rain that
Dropping
had
off
not...
a donation.
Huh?
Dropping off a donation, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I do that every time I
please.
come to the church, so I wanted to make sure I did it.
Okay.
Aw, sweetie.
It's as if all of the rain that hadn't been happening during this relatively hot summer here had just opened up and poured down on the city all at once. Enough so that as you guys are moving, it's a very holding shield above head, trying not to get wet, because the raindrop is almost, rain is almost deafening at this point.
Oh.
What do you guys like to do?
Holding one of my wings above Lexi's head.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fen doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Where do we want to go?
It seems like everything is fine. At least as far as the merchant lords and everything we're going to be doing tomorrow.
I'd like to get some rest.
If we're
Yes,
going to be
my gosh,
protecting
we're so
that place,
crazy.
if we're going to be stalking it out, we need to go to bed, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's about time we went back to our own beds, at least for a little while.
Yeah.
And you go to our own beds too, points to Avi.
What?
I'll find a spot for you. Come on.
I have a.
You coming with us?
A perch
Really?
is not the same as a bed.
That's true.
You have your
All
own
right.
bed, but I want you have your
You
own
need a
bed, but I
proper
want
bed.
to make sure that we're all together, especially after what happened last night.
I intended to stay with Tantia till she woke up, but I can't imagine a safer place for her. I'll go with you guys.
Fine. feel like I should stay in my own home, given what information I gave out, but yeah, I'll come with.
Don't worry, Aviana, you can stay in my bed.
What?
I don't need it. You know, she'll gesture to her ears.
Oh, that's what she means!
Of course, if you don't like hers.
That's what.
I was about to say, I mean, mine's
inflection.
bigger, but
It's true, his is bigger, but me and Fen share a room, so yeah, it'd be
I
really
will
fun.
stay in the guest room again.
Fine.
Can't stay in my bed. I've got a dog.
Why would I want? Oh god.
It's a really cute dog, though. You should say hello to Minnie Myra while you're there.
I have. I've met her.
Wogan wasn't there, but she met her.
Oh.
speaking of which, has anyone seen Lyra, or wasn't Mary Mist here? I believe I saw her in the stands at one point, wasn't they? I can only assume that Lyra got everyone out, but
I hope so.
I feel like hopefully they would also head back home.
Yeah. If we don't
make our
find
way
them
back.
there, we can
we'll
come
tell
back.
we'll tell our guests downstairs everything that happened, and we'll
Right.
rest up.
I do want to speak with her, so it's a good idea. Let's go.
Goes to get Winchester.
You guys do so. You guys head. You spend about an hour traveling. Gets to around 8-ish, 8:30, and you guys would arrive with Winchester back at your home. The travel is a bit more uncomfortable, given that the roads would have been reduced to incredibly thin mud at this point. But you guys do manage to get back for about 9.
What were you saying? What were you
As-
saying?
I was gonna say, as we were walking, I want to say to Hickey and Fenris, be like, so that guy said the true Temple of Tequin. So, like, did we not live at the Temple of Tequin? Is that...
We definitely lived at the one that's more universally known about. I wouldn't say it surprises me that the temple we stayed at isn't the, and she's gonna use her little air quote bunny hands, true Temple of Tequin. It seemed rather new comparatively.
Well, I mean, how many temples of Tequin are there? Like, I was told that was a Temple of Tequin, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit lied to right now.
There are
it
many
is-
temples out in the world.
It is a place of worship, Lexi.
I believe there are temples to any of the Eidolons in any place you would go. It's just which temple is the first.
Okay. So there's like a whole bunch of temples for like each of the gods. Well, that's gonna make the thing that Vogan has to do really difficult.
He only has to visit specific ones, so hopefully that narrows it down for him.
It should be pretty easy to get through to Haros's. I don't know my own backstory, so I don't know if I've been there or not.
You've never been there, no.
Okay.
There you go.
But I do know of the man who is in charge of the clan that keeps watch over it. And while aggressive, they are a valued member of the Lion's Council. I'm sure we can easily get access.
Okay, and you're certain it's the true Temple of Haros?
Believe me, they don't shut up about it.
Okay.
And Vogan won't have any trouble getting to the true Temple of Tequin. He'll just have to talk to Kevsafir, which, I mean, you know Kevsafir.
Yeah, he's really nice. But, okay, that should be okay.
And Grey Rock shouldn't be that big of a place, right, Kitty?
What? Yeah.
Grey Rock shouldn't be that big of a place, right?
It's not very. Yeah.
I don't
By the
feel like
way-
dealing with a bunch of fire giants, though. So I'm gonna save that one for later.
Well,
Does sound
maybe.
dangerous.
I can see what you mean, though, Aaron, about him.
What were you saying, Aaron?
There.
I said it would be good to stop in and visit the family, though, so that'll be a nice
Yeah.
treat.
Oh,
Oh, that's where you're from?
Yeah, Mithril dive.
Oh.
I see what you mean about the Academy mages, by the way. It's kind of intense.
And I mean, if we're gonna be like traveling to a whole bunch of different places, I'd like to keep an eye out for Kitsadria and stuff. I should maybe talk to Flint like before we leave. But that's a whole other thing.
We've got plenty of people to talk to before we leave. I'm sure you can ask him about Kevin. I have to go shopping at some point. Sorry, what were you saying,
No.
Avi?
Oh, go ahead.
I think the floor is yours.
Will you be okay after we make our way, Aviana?
I was going to ask you guys when you were all planning to head out.
Soon.
I know you all want to get out of the city.
I'm kind of hoping that you would come with us, Avi.
Kind of expecting it, to be completely honest.
Yes.
Avi's never said that they were going to go, but obviously I was going to ask.
I give her a look. We talked about this.
I'm not sure what I plan to do yet. I think I have some things to settle here in the city. I mean, I
Give her a look. We talked about this.
my God. A big reason I came back when I was traveling before was to continue my work here. So I think a big condition is going to depend on what happens at the election tomorrow and what hands the city is left in.
I mean, that makes sense.
That's understandable.
I'd like to think that without Diane, things might go a little smoother, but you never know.
Possibly. The family's still heavily rooted in the city. Always have been. For as long as I've known, at least, from what I've heard. But, yeah, I don't know if I'll be coming along yet. It's a big decision.
If we do end up having to part ways, then I'm sure that having met all of you has been very strange, eventful, frightening, but grand. He looks over toward Flux. If you plan on staying as well or going?
I should think I would do whatever the group is doing. I wish to stay as close to the skywall as I can. My goals are primarily centered there. But if I can help in any way I can, I would love to do so. And wants to turn to Avi for a second. And for what it's worth, Avi, I do not believe I have properly thanked you for everything you have done for me. I am trying to grapple with the idea that I am allowed to want things, and I think that I want you to stay with us.
Fenris clutches her heart.
I will stay for as long as I can.
Just sort of leans down to Kitty. That's just not fair.
I will remind the group, just because it's the amount of time that's passed since it happened for us is definitely much larger than for the characters. You had been asked and agreed to at least hear out some work that High Lord Morian has for you regarding the Skywall after the election. Yes. After he is no longer the High Lord, he had some things that he wanted to run by you that he thought would run parallel to your interests.
Well, I don't think we're gonna as soon as the election's over, bye.
Yes, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to affect any immediate decision making. I'm just reminding you guys that is something that you had thought about. I think 4 days beforehand, whereas for us it's been months.
Sorry, High Lord Morian.
So
I've completely forgotten.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write that down.
the same day the Nephilim appeared, he had talked to you guys about work regarding going into the Skywall, helping out with... I don't think Flux's stuff had come up yet, because Flux was just showing up. But there's also the issue of you guys agreed to help Flux with his issues with the vault stuff. In return for his help here. So just some threads that you guys can approach them however you want. I just wanted to remind you that those were the main things that you thought about for afterwards.
Cool. Great.
Yeah.
Considering it, though. I think I will stay for as long as I can. There's a lot that High Lord Morian owes me. He owes me answers and repayment for something I've done. So, until it's time for us to part ways, I'll stick by you. And I still owe Miriam some answers too. So,
Looking between Avi and Miriam like,
Lexi is looking for anything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are they romantically involved? I think I missed that.
God, no.
Well, no, they can't be because she really likes Rory, so...
Right, I had thought so as well. That's why I
I
was confused.
love how incorrect you are about everything, Lexi.
That's really mean, Avi!
Continue walking very huffily.
Miriam, if you do have time, if we have a little downtime before the election, we can talk. I do have information about that old man for you.
I could use some company. And it's always nice to have a good conversation. Maybe out of the rain, though.
Yeah, no. Let's get back to your home.
The rain
We're
is a
almost
good
there.
sign, though. Hopefully it washes away all the damage that's come to the city.
All of the blood.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
I just meant in the sense of sometimes it can be interpreted as a new start when it rains. And I hope for that for the city.
It's a good way to look at it. It is my favorite weather after all. I like it when it's darker like this.
I like it when it's dark too.
I don't.
What
I like
jerky
the
got
sun.
inside?
I don't like this at all.
Cut to Jerky just like pawing at the front door. Just
Two eyes coming out of the barn.
Oh my god.
Almond milk is just pressed against one of the sides, looking terrified.
I'm sorry,
at the
is
massive
Almond's
tiger.
last name Milk?
Wow.
I was unaware of this until this
Sorry,
point.
does Almond have a last name?
So cute.
Is Almond's full name Almond Valorbuilt Milk?
Yes!
Also, Angie Corgi.
Wow.
Yeah, I just thought I'd share a picture there of my heckin' calendar that I spent a lot of yesterday drawing angry eyebrows on.
My word.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't expect you'd have pictures of Ryuji around the house.
Yeah.
but-
You're right.
But you guys return home, you eventually get there. Jerky has taught Jerky's self to open doors, so the door will be open and he will be inside, laying down in the center of the main area.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
As you guys walk in,
Jerky, did you
Jerky's
get-
just on his side, his legs like sprawled out to the side of him. He doesn't bother lifting his head, he just sees you and goes just...
I'll get the fire
guys.
going.
We have the smartest tiger ever.
I still can't believe you have a tiger.
No,
Myra!
Tiger has us.
I call out for Myra.
As you do.
Call up for Myra, Jerky burps.
There's a very faint yipping, like momentary yip from upstairs, followed by a and then you just see in front of you as it appears upside down, barks at you, and falls to the ground.
Ah, my boy!
Oh, my girl! I get down.
Whatever you are!
Yeah.
Blink.
I'm gonna start the fire for Jerky to lay in front of.
I assume that no one will mind if I get us a meal to warm up what's been made cold from the rain.
You using your chef feet?
Yes, I am!
Oh, shit.
Finally!
Alrighty. So you can.
I say after taking it for...
This will be the best
You're
fucking
right.
stew ever.
heck
In
yeah.
that case, yeah, you make with cooked utensils and the materials that are there. You create heckin' what is it? Number of food equal
7.
to.
I make 7, I believe.
We'll just check
Because
in.
it says 7 people.
With 1 hour work,
on the-
or when you finish a long rest, you cook a number of treats equal to your proficiency bonus. So you would make 3 treats. When you take a short rest, you can choose to do the food thing. So if you wanted to, technically you could do that, like, any amount of rest is technically a short rest. If you wanted to do that and give everybody the, like, 1d8 hit points, you can. There's no... I'm not going to be like, no, you just took a short rest, because there's no limit on those. I'll also say that just in general, if you have an hour, then you can do that, in my opinion, as long as, you know, the hour has about as much activity in it as a short rest. So do you want to... You can target everybody, and you can heal them up for 1d8 if you want. And then make you 3 treats.
You know? I mean, no better time than now. God knows what's to come. Hopefully rest, but...
And you can make,
Can I
for every hour of work,
let's
you can make 3 of those.
Oh my god, targeting everyone on the combat tracker is agony.
What treats you making?
I'm making, spinach and cheese muffins.
Looks like you need to target...
Savory muffins.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
There you
like
go.
more like... Red, do you mean more like spanakopita?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, like...
How was that?
What?
Here, let me... It's like a flaky pastry.
No, allow me to rephrase. I'll make quiches. That's so much easier for
Okay.
everyone to wrap their heads around.
Dude, I was ready for the spinach. I was ready for the spinach and cheddar. Let's fucking go.
They're like, it's like a savory muffin, almost.
I've
Really
had them. They're
yummy.
really delicious.
They're delicious.
Okay.
They're delightful. It's like a fluffier, flakier
Go ahead and roll
quiche, I
that
guess.
healing.
Yes. Did I select everyone?
Yes, you hadn't, but I did it for you. You didn't have
Thank
Vogan
you,
at the end there.
Thank you.
You didn't have the one person that most
The
desperately
most-
needs
yeah.
help. But no. You make food for everybody. You all, for the first time, having since Fenris took this feat and has been practicing cooking on their own. When you guys eat this is definitely the best meal you've had in a long time. In fact, I'd wager it's probably the best meal you've had in a great long time, with the exception of maybe those who used to party off in the land away, because you would have been exposed to all kinds of great food. For the most
Party on,
of...
kitty.
Is this better than the food that they had at when we had dinner with the High Lord?
There's something personal about it whenever you eat it. It doesn't have the same
Have you
general quality,
considered
but there's a very
being cooked
homely
with
feeling
love?
to it.
Gotcha.
I think
It wasn't
this is
show food. It was good food.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
probably the nicest thing I've ever eaten. It's really good, Fen.
Thank you. Yeah, like normally I wouldn't like stuff like this, but it's really, really good.
That is one of the most high esteemed compliments Thank you, both of you.
Fenris, I know I chose you for my champion, but can I make you my cook?
Damn!
Why not
when
both?
we travel, I intend to cook for everyone. I figured I might as well make something outside of a family recipe. So.
Can one hold 2 jobs? Kitty!
What?
You know more
Yes.
about this. Can one hold 2 jobs?
I figure many people hold many jobs.
What?
Yeah.
My God.
Crazy concept for a rich person, I know.
I've never
To
even
be
had
fair, I
one
don't
job.
get it either. I've never had a job.
I've never even had one job.
I mean,
Never
me
been
and
allowed
Lexi
to have a
cleaned
job.
up. We cleaned up at the Temple of Tequin, but I don't think I've had an occupation besides that. I mean, I did work at places to stay there for the night, but never really payment.
Is it adventure or a job?
We make enough money to qualify it as such, I suppose. We're able to...
If we're taking guild work, then yeah.
That's my occupation. That's my job.
I think
There you go.
it feels better to use the term occupation than job for adventurer work.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps.
It's the same thing, but it just feels like it has the right weight.
Well, occupation is what it is, and then we take jobs.
Yeah.
And jobs are the specific thing we're doing at the time.
Okay, I was gonna
Very
say, for it to
smart,
be a
Kitty.
job, do you need to be like paid for it, or is that like the qualifier, or?
Otherwise,
Job is
it's
the
just
work you
slavery.
do, while
don't
the
know.
occupation is the class of work you do.
Okay.
I
think
just
I've
love
had
the
that
idea
job.
that
Get
Flux
paid.
said otherwise it'd be slavery, and then Lexi's eyes just go wide.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Thanks, I hate it.
I don't like thinking about that too much.
At any time, does anyone else show up from the house at all?
Yeah, where are
So if you guys come to investigate, Lyra's not here, currently. But, heckin', Merry Mist is. They've been upstairs, they've been reading. What?
Because they were together at the arena, if I remember right.
Merry Mist is here. If you were to ask Merry Mist where Lyra was, they would tell you that they headed back into the city. They had said they wanted to help people out, that especially in dire times, people need encouragement. So they appeared to have gone back, and they're trying to assist people, both in the name of the guild and their personal brand.
She's so great.
Merry Mist is here, however, was brought back and has decided to stay put for a while. They don't want to... Now that the tournament's over, they didn't really want to go into the city to begin with. They don't really like that kind of life.
That's
and
fair.
they're like, they explained to you through writing in the air and whatnot, they have no interest in going back if you guys aren't, like,
That is-
publicly competing.
That is very fair.
They will, assuming that it's probably Vogan that checks in with them, they will at one point, kind of curiously, whenever they're talking to them, they'll point to their own wrist where you're wearing the bracelet on you, and they have a kind of hopeful look on their face.
It won me. It made it. I won. Yeah.
They smile at that, and their hands come together into like a single clap. And then they look kind of embarrassed by that, go back to being a bit reclusive, and they immediately pick up a book and turn away and start reading again.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Mary Miss.
Oh, there's
Without
one more
this, I don't
person to
think I
find.
could have won.
They bury their head into the book and seem to keep heckin' reading it. Their shoulders kind of go up in like a, whatever kind of way.
Oh no.
All right. Cool. I'll leave her be.
So sweet. Wow.
If we have everyone together, there's something I wanted to show you, if that would be all right.
Can it wait? I have to play with my dog.
Play with your dog while you listen, Vogan.
I can say with some certainty that it is a matter of life and death.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Dramatic much? You already died today.
I am sorry.
I am,
I
of
wanted
course,
to get it
kidding.
out.
You're fine.
Continue.
Anyway, if we are to go up against the Tenebros in the future, I thought we may do well to prepare some countermeasures. I flip through like my journal of just designs and find the right page, fold out a piece of paper and put it on the table. It seemed that one of their most powerful weapons against us was their ability to create an aura of fear that we were fairly powerless to stop. So I have come up with a solution that I think might do the trick. If this works how I think it will, if we apply this patch to the body, it will temporarily make the user immune to feeling afraid.
Immune?
Oh.
I believe it'll work. But there is one small complication. In order to immunize the user against the sphere, one of the key components is a distilled essence of fear itself, which is somewhat difficult to come across.
Where would we even start to look for that?
I was thinking of perhaps asking Master Journey. He may have known of some sort of creature in the area that may hold such properties.
Huh.
See Avi just kind of like biting her lip.
I do not know when or if we may come across the Tenebros again, but, and I know we are all very busy, but I wanted to put this out there as it may be important in the near future, and we may not have time to, prepare for their next arrival.
We have a lot to do tomorrow, so I doubt we'd be able to find anything then, but if we are to find the Tenebros someday, this would come in handy. And even not, we do know that Stradivarius will return eventually.
Yes. If I may... No, go ahead, Lexi.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if it was like a one-time thing for like one person. Like, could you only do it for one person, or could you like figure out a way for it to like help all of us?
Given enough time, I could perhaps design something more permanent, but given how busy we all are, and given the thought that the Tenebros could appear at any time, these one-time use items seemed more time and cost efficient.
Okay, but is it a one-time thing for all of us, or a one-time thing for one person?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. It is one per one person.
Oh, okay, that's really neat. Okay, Avi, ask your question.
Well, occasionally, sometimes if I let go in battle, I can frighten people, if that makes sense. Not to the degree of the Tenebros, obviously, but I do have that ability on occasion.
Oh. Okay, that is interesting. Logan, would I have a general idea of what level of ingredient I'm looking for here?
So for it to be guaranteed to work, you need a creature that effectively, that fear is something that is like essential to their nature. The kind of creature that, as we've discussed before, you could look at and just by seeing be filled with fear. Not even in the sense of like a dragon's fear aura is its presence and intimidation. It's not necessarily supernatural. You're looking for something that has fear compounded into it as like an effect, as in it causes it.
We need to go find those fucking little creatures we beat up.
We need to find whatever those creatures.
But there is a chance that by using the ingredients of a creature that is akin to fear or can produce fear-based effects, you might be able to make them, but there will be a failure risk to it. I will also note the complication here is that it's based off of Aviana's class. It's more like a skill. The fear that comes from their abilities is based upon like the gruesome method by which they can kill a person, can frighten others around them. It hasn't actually come into play yet, but it's something they can do. The issue there is that's circumstantial. That's not that Aviana is not innately like imbued with the power of fear. It's that Aviana can intimidate opponents through combat and cause fear.
So guys, I have a +4 intimidation.
So everyone just drink a bunch of Quintus's blood and you'll be immune to the Tenebros.
Ew. Do we put Avi in a bowl?
So,
when we find something we can use it with, I'm sure that we would be very inclined to want to take it at that point. Those creatures we fought whenever we fought that giant shell thing would have been good.
indeed.
Avi.
Perhaps.
Avi.
Would I have to... Oh, never mind.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Okay.
Since your mind's in the right place, there's a possibility that you might. Avi, you do know somebody who has the power of fear innately present within them.
Well, yeah, but the Tenebros hates us.
You've seen it used once. It's something that is so effective that they can't control who it affects. But you are aware of an individual that has that quality.
It's Rory.
Exact same things, friends. God damn it!
I'm blanking. Oh my god.
You know Hanzo.
Oh fuck! Shit, you're right. I do know someone who we could talk to.
But you don't know where he is.
Yeah, I don't know where to find him now.
She's like, hold on, I have an idea. She goes
Have
outside.
an idea?
Hell yeah!
A nun's head just pops out of a bush.
You rang?
Hell yeah!
What's going on?
Hey!
Yes! I've been waiting for you guys to ask for me.
But if we find him, he could help us. And I think he might be inclined to help me. We've worked together before.
Really?
Yes. He's a man named Hanzo. He's an elf.
Oh.
That sounds like an excellent place to start.
Mm-hmm. His fear ability is intense. So.
Interesting.
If I can find a way to track him down, probably talk to him.
That would be excellent. That would be excellent, Avi. If you can contact him.
Would we
I'll
have
think on
to?
it.
Would we have to attune to this thing you're making?
Ideally, no. I would liken it to the way we use potions. It's just something we apply when we need it.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. That's better.
Perhaps we'll leave out early in the morning. See if you can find this
Yes.
friend of yours.
Yeah.
Would they be nearby? Like, when was the last time you saw them?
It's been a while. Last time I saw them was around the Electory district, but I don't think he'll be hanging out there. More likely closer to the Platinum district, possibly. I don't know. Not sure what his plans were after we parted ways.
Hopefully he's still around.
He will be.
Since we can't work on that currently, I suppose the last thing we should do is probably keep Lilywind in the know and let her know everything that happened today.
That's a good idea.
You can do that. I'm gonna stay in here, rest my weary bones.
You play with your dog.
I'll do that too. I've just
Watch
been
out!
like, in the background,
We
like
haven't fed jerky since a while. So like, unless Mary Miss did it, keep Mira away from jerky. Anyway, I'm leaving.
I've just in the background this entire time. I've just been tossing Mini Myra in the air.
I'll go over.
Every
and
once in
give
a
her
while,
little
you'll
stretch.
toss Mini Myra up, and then they will poof back down into your hands.
Yeah, that's my girl.
So cute.
What are you
I'm gonna
doing?
grow up and murder a lot of people. I'm gonna love it.
I recently saw grown versions of that dog of yours.
Really?
She'll have some interesting abilities.
Really? Like what?
Well, same as blinking around, but she'll be bigger and stronger.
She's not gonna fight with us, but she'll go hunting with me. Sometimes.
I can teach her.
Lexi,
B button.
what? Why didn't you tell me you could turn into a full fox? Last time we were here, you just showed me your ears and tail.
I mean, I didn't really think about it. I just
That's fair.
like the fox thing was like how I was born. But the me with the ears and tail is the way I feel most like myself. So I wanted to show you that.
What do you mean? You're one of the 2 humans in our group.
Yeah, no, he didn't know. He didn't know I was a Cassandra, and I didn't say anything. I'm getting better about keeping it a secret.
Good job.
Well
You kept
done,
your
Master
mouth shut.
Lexi.
Shut the fuck up.
You look better with your natural form, I think.
I mean, I like it better too, but you know, people
Fair.
are mean. So.
People are mean and sometimes awful. So yeah, hiding yourself's probably for the best.
Yeah. Be really nice if I
wish-
didn't have to, though. If we could, like, fix some things. That'd be good.
That's why I want to stay.
It's a really good reason to want to stay.
Should we speak with Lilywind? I do have a question for her.
I'll go
believe
with
so.
you guys.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going down there anyway. It's where I powered down for the night.
Oh my god.
As you guys break off from the current conversation to head down to the basement, you open up the hatch that leads down into the basement, and the first thing you hear is a resonant moo coming from down there.
Oh shit.
Going down and looking into the area, I assume, Flux, it's your workshop. You probably set up lights down there by this point.
Yeah, a couple things.
Going down there, you do not see the form of a dragon or otherwise.
Oh.
I see.
The hole that was dug to get down here appears to have been filled back in, and there is no dragon.
Oh no.
Flux, dig it out.
Yes, sir.
Wait,
Grab
no.
Shovel and run
Wait,
off
no.
toward where the
We'll
hole
do it
was.
later.
Okay.
There is,
You can put in a
however,
road.
there is, however, a cow with no means of escape in this basement.
Okay, maybe we'll have to dig our way out eventually.
Oh, almond.
Okay. Give me time
What
to have a long
happened?
rest. I'll use reduce on the cow and we can bring it out the front door.
If you reduce it, I'll just scoop up cow.
Could I investigate around down here to see if there's any
Yeah, look
note or
around
any
for any-
trace of her
Yeah.
that she might have left?
Roll me investigation.
Absolutely. And
Can I assist?
wee.
Oh, never mind. I don't need to.
Nice.
Avi, as you look around, it looks very distinctly like Lilywind left sealed in the way that she came in and appears to have taken off.
Well, seems she's gone.
As you
Where she came
investigate, you
in.
do find written, dug into the wall. It takes you a while to find it, but dug into the wall is just a very large message, clearly written in a using a dragon's claw, that simply says, "Preparing for tomorrow."
Oh.
Just preparing for tomorrow. High Lord Morian does have some theatrics prepared, it seems, so... What's a dragon to add into that?
Hopefully only good things.
Huh. I can only hope for the best for tomorrow. Hopefully
Let
everything
us-
falls into place.
Let us take their lead then.
Hmm.
Get it ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
As you guys settle in for the night and take a long rest, and you prepare for the following day, the day of the election, which will be happening in the evening around sunset, I believe that's where we're going to leave off today's game.
No!
Yes!
I want to end this fucking election! Come on!
That's what.
No.
Here. long
So
rest.
sick and tired of this city.
We go upstairs. We go upstairs.
Oh my god.
Hey Lexi, can I speak to you in my room? Then we end the night.
Oh my god.
I want to actually do want to ask her something. So we'll
You've
do
been
that later.
saying that for a couple games, so I believe you.
Ken, is it something that you can hold on to till
No,
next week?
it can happen later.
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh heck.
I'm going to push us ahead on the calendar to, assuming that you guys settle in at about 10 p.m., you guys can be up, rested, and ready to go at 6 a.m. the following day, giving you plenty of hours of light to work with, and for the first time in a while, no tournament matches to worry about spending your abilities on, so you guys can get to it and go ham at whatever you choose to
no more
do.
fighting to get in the way of our politics.
God damn it!
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the election, guys.
I want.
Yeah.
I really hope Leggings is open. I need a
Sam,
sword.
I need Masterwork
I don't have
fucking
any
Haros,
weapons.
man!
You guys also need to go.
Vogan, here's
You guys
my
also need to
shield.
go pick up your winnings.
Hell, what do we do?
Yeah.
I have so
Why would it
many.
be so funny if you all just left the city now and fucking the people that organized the event are just left with this massive pile of platinum being like, what do we do with this?
Hi, I'm picking up on behalf of the highest standard. This is mine
Fucking,
now.
fucking, it's just a,
I'm just
a big
imagining-
empty room with like a Breaking Bad style giant stack of money, and then just Argo just steps in like, yeah, hey, I represent the highest standard.
And then right from behind Argo, Flint pokes his head out. Yeah,
I also
actually,
represent
I
the highest
represent-
standard.
Yo, yeah!
I broke
Yeah,
the
me
dam.
too.
I represent the highest standard. I represent the highest standard.
Spencer,
What's up?
go into my room. You go into your room, play with your dog. Your door opens. Shield gets thrust in your face.
What?
Oh
What?
my.
Oh yeah.
You wanted a shield.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Here's shield
finally.
now. Close the door. Maul my dog.
Oh, credits are now
Here, let me
going.
Take that out of my inventory. Just give it to you.
What a good chill game.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I
about
hope-
it.
I hope I can
Yeah, it's in the party
meet
sheet.
Elmira at some point.
Yeah, you still
yeah.
gotta do the grave thing with Elmira, so.
Yeah. So.
We've still
Yeah,
got
we're not
things
we're not
to-
gonna leave immediately.
Yeah.
Not immediately. I'll
Still got them side quests you gotta pick up on.
Yeah. Gotta get all the side questing done.
I have so many side quests. I'm.
My side quests
There
are
you
my
go.
side quests for some reason all have hearts next to them and like just NPCs.
Wow.
I don't.
I know.
just don't
I
know.
have 2 side quests.
Oh wait, no, this one isn't an NPC anyway.
What are the odds of getting out of the city next game? Well, I don't think getting out of the city is so much what the optics should be as much as once the election's over, the politics of the city are no longer going to be a direct influence. The city's just going to be a city.
Are you threatening me?
Yes. I am.
Get ready to be not relevant.
Wow.
No, I can't stand not being in the limelight.
I need it. Political intrigue.
Vulcan's
Harim.
not suited for this.
Vogan hunts some deer arc when?
Some
Hell
deer.
yeah.
No,
find some
I insist. Right before the elections, Vogan should make another great speech.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want
I'm
it.
not the winner of the fucking the tournament, lady.
Yeah, you better fucking write down a speech, girl.
You better
Listen
get
here,
ready
you-
for your speech.
As if I'm not already.
I mean, you even have
Wow.
you even have the nice echo to go with your speech.
Yeah.
Logan walks up and just taps the medieval microphone. I'm Vogan. I told you so. You're still welcome.
Hell yeah.
Whew.
Boom.
All right. Credits have rolled, and I'd say that with that, since we don't have a lot to linger on YouTube side, we're gonna take off. And then we're gonna. We already did the raffle as well, so we're gonna take off then figure out who we're gonna raid. But we will see you guys all next week, also on Thursday. Everybody that is watching this live, You still have a chance to get in questions for Chat19, so please do that if you wish to.
Do it.
It's Miriam and Fenris.
This
so good.
This upcoming Thursday, which will be the day after this comes out on YouTube, we'll be streaming the second Princes of the Apocalypse game, and then we'll be back on Saturday for more of this. Also, by this point, for anyone watching on YouTube, the first of the Devil May Cry games, the DMS games, that will be on YouTube. So if you want to catch up on that, feel free to. It got way more.
Fucking miss it.
It got way more Scooby-Doo than we thought it was going to.
Hell yeah.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
This campaign needs much more Scooby-Doo.
I think it had a
pretty.
I think it had a pretty fun start. Personally, I enjoyed that session one.
I really like my boy.
I can't wait until we get into the Devil May Cry politics of Apom Capital City. Yes! When it turns out that Layden Stratum is trying to influence tax bylaws.
You can't.
I want Layden dead.
Layden is embezzling red orbs. We need to stop him.
Fucking Spencer's just like, this isn't what fucking Devil May Cry is! Plays Devil May Cry 3. Oh, wow. Fucking goddamn. Dante spends the entire game trying to establish, like, a working neighborhood watch? What an interesting... This isn't at all...
Yo, I'd watch the hell out of that.
Anyways.
I can't wait for me and Carrie's characters to get back from their side quest arc.
Also...
They're so good.
I know I do this more often than maybe even I realize, but thank you everybody who's been watching. We've been getting a lot of support lately, and you've all just been fantastic. It's been great. I can't express how grateful I am for the support, both in terms of donations and subs, and also just turnout that people have had and engagement with the content. It's been going up by leaps and bounds all at once, and it's really encouraging. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
That said,
So hecking sweet. We love you guys so much.
we'll be back again, heckin' next Saturday. / if you're on YouTube, next Wednesday. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I think I already said.
Adios!
So long.
We love you, everyone!